that Grizz's haircut is like my absolute favorite. So it looks like
Grizz's hair is pretty
Hey, now
nice.
we have the exact same haircut, almost.
Yeah, but Grizz is put back into like a little bun, just like a Viking.
What about my luxurious
you.
locks?
Yours is a
Huh?
different.
word
Mine are the best
compliment.
locks. I don't know what you're talking about. Mine are literally the best.
My hair is so cool it changes color. Because it looks black, but it's red.
My hair is so cool that it's trying to run away from me.
Let's start playing D&D, everyone.
Okay.
I give that one a 7 out of 10. It was only like a little bit cringy, so I'll give it a 7.
Yeah. Dungeons and Dragons, everybody.
I win.
Dragons. All right, who's ready to jump back in?
So where's my free inspiration point?
I'm full of character sheet.
Negative inspiration.
Let me pull out our music again, real quick, so everyone can hear it. That's like my main job on Roll20 is just to make sure that the music's playing.
Smart.
I think that's a pretty good volume. Yeah, it'll be fine. Okay, so last we left off, a mysterious purple-clad man with a tattooed head had captured 5 people from different places on the continent. This man's name was revealed to be Saf Vija, a human trafficker and slaver who ran Vija's tournament. Having awoken in some sort of arena, our heroes were all introduced to each other. We met Thyra, a half-orc barbarian, Isabel, an elf warlock, Wade,
Half-elf.
half-elf sorcerer. Half-elf? I think it's 4.
Hey.
Nope.
I'm a terrible DM. Wade's a half-elf sorcerer, Free, a tiefling bard, and Alakian, a full elf rogue. I know that one. Briefly after our introductions, the arena before you became vacant, as a battle between another half-elf and a hyena ended with the beast winning, before being struck down at Isaf's command for being too wounded to fight. The group was then forced into the arena where they were progressively forced to fight a number of different creatures. But before any purchasing of our diverse group could happen, a large earthquake from below the arena triggered the tent to collapse in on itself. As this was happening, a dwarven man, looking a little bit different from the wealthy, aspiring slave owners in the crowd, came to your aid. He opened the gates to the outside with Alakian's help, and together you all escaped as the tent fell into a large open pit that appeared to be some sort of ruin with a large altar and pedestal in the center. After talking briefly with the dwarf, named Beggett, you discovered he was at the pit to look for someone and offered to escort you to the nearest town of Big Dacky. After some minor interrogation from our friendly neighborhood rogue and warlock. We pick up on the sand dunes of the Gazaran deserts as our newly formed party heads to Big Dacky at the behest of Bigot. What would you all like to do? I just realized his name sounds like Bigot and not Beggett.
Yeah. I thought it was
That's
pronounced
fine.
Beggett.
It is Beggett, but I'm dumb. And like, you know how when you make names, like you look for the things that they sound like?
Mm-hmm.
And you missed it?
There's another example of that that's coming on later in the session that I'll point out to you guys. But I
100%.
always do that, and I always make up names that sound like too similar to something else, and I just don't comprehend it.
You don't figure it out.
I just use real names, man.
I should.
This is Jeff, and my
Yeah,
name's Steve,
yeah.
and we're gonna.
Yeah.
This is a great start to the session.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. Just
So we'll say you guys are
Trudge.
just about to start setting off into the desert on your way to this town. It's probably at this time it's about. Well, you wouldn't know what time it is actually because you've been asleep for days. So
I can read the sun. No, I'm kidding.
I can read.
the sun's pretty high.
Probably
in the
try.
sky, for whatever.
Okay.
The sun's pretty high in the sky. It's hot. It's a warm day. There's very little moisture around because it's a desert. And Beggett is just about to start to walk off in front of you, leading you into some direction into the desert that you aren't quite sure, but you there are options. So
Thyra is just walking, alert, very poised.
Okay.
Isabel will slip her brass knuckles back into her pockets, and just say, "Well, I think the dwarf there has an idea where we're going, and frankly, I'd rather not stay here by the corpse pit." And we'll follow the dwarf and the half-orc.
Okay.
Gonna put the flower that Thyra gave me in my hat band.
Oh,
Aw,
I love Wade so much.
he's so cute.
And during this trek, I want to keep my eyes out for food and water. I do have the wanderer feet.
Sure, yeah.
Or
Go
background,
ahead and
whatever.
make just a general perception check, and I'll push it over the whole thing.
Cool. 15. Oh shoot! I rolled in roll 20. I forgot all about physical die.
Roll your dice, bro.
You want me to roll a physical one instead? All right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, dude, that's the whole point of this game.
14. One less. Darn.
Damn.
It probably won't matter too much. All right, cool. So yeah, you can walk, and we'll see if that gets you anywhere on your trek over there.
Cool.
Anyone else want to do anything? Elakian free?
Not really. I'm probably, as we're walking along, I'm going to probably like inspect my pack to see what all I've got inside of it still. See what all I am missing. See how I noticed my gold was gone along with my lockpicks. See if anything else was missing.
Yeah, so you can, as you start to set off, you sling your pack back over your shoulder to the front and you start running through it. Almost everything is there. All of your gold, silver, and copper is gone. I don't believe you had any platinum or electrum, so don't worry about that. And all of your lockpicks were gone. Originally, your weapon was gone as well. You get the sense that, because of the nature of who took you, the gold was probably just so that they could keep it for themselves. But
Yeah.
the lockpicks and the weapons were there so that you couldn't form a resistance to what they were doing when they were capturing you. Namely, so you couldn't break out of their prison, and also so you couldn't fight anyone.
Okay.
You got your weapon back. All of your lockpicks and gold are probably in the bottom of that pit.
Okay. Did you see Forge's message? Equal.
what's
He says that your mic's a little low. He says. Apologies.
That should be better now.
Okay.
Cool. So, Free, anything for you?
She's going to, just before they leave, walk over to the edge and, in spite, not that this does much, she's going to use thaumaturgy to cause harmless tremors in the ground around the edge of it and then walk away. Following the
Wow.
others.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Cool.
god.
So you... Let me turn that one up instead, that one's better. So as you walk up to the edge of the pit, you
Oh,
look
yeah.
down and you can see the mass of just bodies of wealthy people, of guards. There aren't really any discernible features that you can find, but there's a lot of people that you saw in the crowd that are just strewn about the base of this pit. Yeah, as you summon your arcane force, you use thaumaturgy to just, and like the edges of the pit just start to shake a little bit, and sand just starts to drift in. The bottom also starts to shake a little bit, but there's nothing really moves too much. It's just a little bit of sand that falls down. So yeah, as you finish doing that, you regain your group, and you can start walking towards the town, following after Beggett. So what I'm going to do for this is I'm going to have one person roll a survival check with advantage because Beggett's helping you, and we'll determine how quickly you get to the nearest town.
That should probably be me.
Yeah, not
Go
me.
for it. Definitely not me.
I have a 1 in
You said
survival.
with advantage?
Yep, you can have advantage with it.
16.
16. All right. Good to know. So yeah, you start to set off on your trek. As you are walking through the desert, it's like rolling hills, but it's just nothing but sand and just there are barely any clouds in the sky. The sun is heating your skin. As you walk further inwards, it's heating it more and more, and the sweat starts to sort of coat the edge of your physique. For most of you, anyway.
Yeah, I'm good. Fire
Yeah,
is.
you'll
I have a
probably
hat.
And the
I
hat
have a
makes
hat.
your the hat makes
gives
the
me
back of your
shade,
neck
man.
not be sunburnt,
What
which
about
is
the
nice.
front?
I mean the front too, I guess. But as you're walking, the sun's sort of like a little bit behind you, so judging by the time of
okay,
day.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So on your perception check, Wade, through your time through this desert, you get about, I'll say, 40 minutes in. And there hasn't really been any sign of life anywhere on your trek this far. But as you get about like 45, 50 minutes in, you do come across like a small group of like cactus plants with flowers on the edges of them. You get the sense that, you know, you've lived in the wilderness for a little bit before, so you probably know the signs of a flower that is poisonous and the signs of one that isn't. These are probably good to eat if you wanted to.
Okay. And they usually have like water in them too, right? Cactus.
They do
kind of
normally have water in them as well, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, gather the group around and show them. Hey, guys, anybody feeling thirsty, hungry, anything?
Honestly, not really. I had a bit of a.
That's right. You ate all
You've had a
that,
bit of a snack.
Yeah.
those bodies and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably fine. That was weird, by the way.
Yeah. I've been told
A
that
little.
it's a little off-putting, aye. Yeah.
I could take a bit
Yeah.
of food.
Speaking of that, I'm a little bloody right now. Does anyone have any water to spare or magic? I can't do it.
I could use prestidigitation.
If that works to clean off the viscera, yeah.
It says I can clean up to a cubic foot of something, so sure.
This is the moment where we find out how it works.
Yes, it is. Ethan.
That's the whole reason he did this too.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
You used it last time.
Yeah, no, I'll say you use prestidigitation to clean up the blood that is sort of caked on Isabel's chin and down her neck.
And clothes and shirt.
Well, 1 cubic foot at a time, stacked on
That
3.
works.
You have to sort of like
Yeah.
pick and choose between the neck and chin area, the chest, and your hands, which are both separate.
Yeah.
So, I'll
It's a
say you can leave
cantrip.
out
I
1.
can do it a few times.
Sure.
And we'll
Yeah.
see if it comes back in the hour or not. We'll see.
Yeah, and I'll cut off some of the pieces of the cactus and hand them around.
What are you cutting it off with?
I do have a dagger.
Oh, you do? Sweet. Yeah, you can go do that then. That's fine. So yeah, Wade starts to cut off pieces of cactus, hands them to everyone. The little pieces that he is cutting off do contain water, and he cuts off some of the, I don't know what you would call it, like the little like sinewy tissue bit on the outside that's just beneath the spiky bits. Some of
Like
that
the
which
skin?
The flesh.
like underneath the,
The
skin.
flesh.
You know how like can you eat the skin of cactus?
I've never ate a cactus before.
I think you can eat the inside bit, but not the
I live in
outside
the
bit.
I was
prairies,
gonna say,
man.
So the way I've always thought about it, like you got to think of it like a watermelon. You've got like the protective outside, and then you've got the actual fruit inside.
That's how I was thinking of it. So
So
yeah,
kinda
you
like
cut off like
removing
the
rind.
yeah, like that. Perfect example. So Wade removes the rinds of the cactus, starts munching on a little bit.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, you bite into it. It's moist and it's chewy, and it's kind of like stringy a little bit. But I mean, you haven't eaten in a while, so it does the job perfectly fine.
You know what? I realized I didn't get y'all's names. Hey, I'm Wade. stick my hand out
Oh yeah, that's true.
to Thyra.
Thyra. Probably just envelops your hand.
You're pretty strong. And you, hyena girl.
Easy. We met earlier in the cages, yeah?
Yeah, I don't think I got your name though.
Isabel or Izzy, if you prefer.
All right.
I don't think you should shake her hand.
It's clean now.
It's clean.
I shake your hand.
Yeah, as Isabel goes to grasp your hand, Wade, you hear in the back of your head just like a.
You know, it'd be rude not to.
I mean, if you
Don't
die,
worry,
I
I'm
die.
not-
So
I'm not really in the habit of eating people, so I think you'll be fine.
Good to hear. I don't eat people either, so.
Yeah, it's good to know that.
It's a wee bit necessary.
I don't think it's. Anyway,
Oh dear.
dwarf,
Depends on
which
how
way to
long
town?
yeah, you can see Beggar
Dwarf.
is not a part of this conversation so much. He's just sort of like sitting off to the sides, and he's watching you guys eat and drink. He sort of steps up to Wade a little bit. He says, "Well, if you're offering, I might as well have a little bit, you know." Sort of puts his hands out.
Yeah, here you go, man.
Yeah, he takes it, starts to he's almost holding it like jerky, like.
Yeah,
On the,
careful for the prickly bits.
What do you mean? And it's like pulls a spine off of his tongue and throws it down.
Oh dear.
The prickly bits.
Yeah, that's not my that's my first time eating that. Chewy. Well, if we're all done bonding, I suppose we can start heading off. It's this way, and he starts to
I'm just gonna clap him on the back and like lead the way. Just gonna like clap him on the back, just whisper in his ear, lead the way.
Yeah, as you do, he sort of like jumps a little bit. You're fucking creepy. Keeps walking on.
You know, I thought occurs to me. Is anyone else missing all of their money? Is it just me?
No, mine's all gone too.
Wait.
Are you missing half of it?
Well, because
Yeah.
you gave it to me for some fucking reason.
I did not give you half of my money.
Yes.
Yeah, mine's gone too.
Oh,
Don't look at me! Mine's gone!
What are we looking at you there? Yeah. So, first order of business if we go to town is find some money, eh?
We're gonna need it.
There we are. Well, if there's anything I know how to do, it's make money when you have none.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look
sure,
over. I'm
find
gonna
a
look over
way.
at Beggett. I'm gonna look over at Beggett. Like,
Mhm.
so seems we're a little short on funds. What are you planning to do once we get into town for us for the night?
What do you mean? That's not my responsibility. I've just broken you out of fucking prison.
He does have a point there, eh?
Yeah,
I'm just the I'm the fucking travel guide, right? I'm just handing you over. I'm gonna talk to probably the character over there and have a conversation about what's happened over in the pit. But apart from that, I'm going home. I don't want to be here with you lot.
Oh no, no. That's to be honest, that is fair of him. He did break us out. I don't trust him worth a damn, but he's not. He doesn't owe us any coin there,
Are
eh?
you saying this like out
No.
loud?
Oh
within
yeah,
his
totally.
earshot?
Oh yeah, I'm talking in front of him. I don't
When
care
you
if he
say
knows
when
or
you
not.
say I don't trust him, he's like, I fucking broke you out, mate.
Ah, you did, and I assume you have your reasons. And frankly, I don't know those reasons yet.
I was gonna say that doesn't just because you broke us out of someplace doesn't mean you don't want to put us someplace else.
You know,
That's-
not all
that's a
of
good
us
point.
are bad people. I've told you why I was there. It's got nothing to do with you.
It doesn't mean I believe your reasons. I
It's
don't.
a very
so random.
nice story.
Yeah, it's nice. Hey, the elf has it. We don't know you. You just came out of
Right.
nowhere. You were in a fucking slave auction in the audience, not in the stock. So we have a reason not to trust you. Thank
Yeah.
you for getting us
Kill
out.
us, we can kill him first.
Hey,
Guys, I
He's
don't
been-
I don't
We're not
think
trying
he's
to
gonna
come.
do anything bad. I mean, like, if I had seen people all fighting in a pit to the death, I mean, I would step in too, you know.
I don't trust
Thank
you
you.
either. I don't trust the other half elf. I don't trust the orc. I don't trust the tiefling. I don't know any of you.
The thing is that you have to keep in mind is that he may have broke us out, but how did he find out about this in the first place?
Well,
That's a good point. I
I would think it's because he said he was looking for someone, so maybe he thought that someone was there.
or he's lying about looking for someone.
I'm just gonna look at Beckett at this point. Like, how did you find out about this whole slave auction in the first? Because it's obvious that they don't just tell anybody and everybody what the hell's going on.
I certainly didn't know about it. No.
What do you know about the roadshow?
The what?
The roadshow.
I don't know,
tournament
what-
that you were just in. That I broke you out
What
of.
do I know about it?
Yeah,
History
good
check.
point.
Yeah.
Good question.
Yay!
What do we
History
know
check?
about it?
I would say only Elakium will really have a chance of getting this. So only Elakium make the check.
Well, I rolled a 7, so yeah, I don't
Works
know
out
anything.
just fine.
Yep, there we go.
19 total.
You are aware that Vija's Roadshow is, for all intents and purposes, a well-kept, not well-kept, but well-known secret. What they are a traveling group of slavers who will go around to major cities and towns and take people of particular strength that they can deal with, so that they can pit them against each other and sell them off to the highest bidder. That's how they make their money. They try to be as discreet as possible, but there are rumors around certain parts of various countries about a purple man with tattoos covering the head who normally travels around with a group of rougher looking people. Some people have started to make the connection around that he is tied to certain disappearances, but it's not commonplace enough to the point where everyone knows about it. It's probably, you roll pretty well. Judging by where where Beggett pointed out on the map that you are, it's probably better known around these parts than like the further away you get.
Than where we were. Gotcha.
But you know that the destination of the roadshow changes. So where they like settle down and make people fight, that changes all the time.
Okay.
So that's
I'll
what you
just kind of look at him like, well, I know that it's a shady piece of business that is not something that your common person would know about a whole lot.
Well, that depends on where you are, doesn't it? Look, I'm not a wealthy person who has need for, people to massage their feet every night.
Slaves. Aye,
Sure,
slaves.
that.
Yeah.
It's
It's not beating around the bush. We were slaves about half an hour ago. Yeah.
Well, look, I'm not a fighter. I'm not a wealthy man. I live in Bifla. I own a tavern there. And as it happens, your friend in the purple robe might have been in there at one point and then left. And I was looking for someone because after he left, they disappeared. So I asked around a little bit and I figured out more or less where they set up most of the time, and I just came along.
But alright. Still don't trust you with the damn, but alright.
Fair enough. Why should you trust someone who just broke you out of prison? Hey.
You're not the first person to break me out of prison, and you're certainly
Not gonna be the
first
last.
person. You're not gonna be the last, no.
He like strokes his massive red beard. He's like, if you're not gonna talk to me nicely, I may as well just not talk to you at all.
That's
I
fair.
think from now on, all my interaction will be with you. And he points over to Wade. I like you. You're nice.
I get a big smile on my face.
Before all that, dwarf. First off, thank you for breaking us out of a slave auction. I do appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. A little bit of gratitude goes a long way, doesn't it?
I pay my debts. So, I'm not going to help you find this person because, frankly, I don't give two shits. However, I can appreciate trying to find a friend. So, if you need any documents of a less than legal nature for free, I'm your gal. Come find me. I can make you a new identity. I can give you travel papers, whatever you need to get.
I'm not quite in the ring for that at the moment.
Well,
I'm what
it's on
you
the
might
table.
call a law-abiding citizen for the most part. So,
From my
we'll see.
experience, if you're trying to find your friend, you're gonna have to bend some laws there, pal. So
Well, if I
just
do, I'll
just
let
in
you
the
know.
future, if you need some documents, come to me. Make them free, as repayment for freeing me from being a slave.
I appreciate the offer. Right, let's go. As he walks off, I mean, he's shorter than all of you. Thyra, he's like 2 feet shorter than you, like, at least.
He should be more than that if he's a dwarf.
How tall are you, Sarah?
Like, well, 7 feet tall.
There we go.
Like 3 feet shorter than you.
Yeah.
And as you all are like walking up these hills, and then down them, they get quite steep at times, and he only having like stubby little legs and having a little bit of trouble. He's doing it, he's fine. It's just a bit of a struggle with him doing that, and it's not the fastest way around, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I lift him up and just put him on my shoulder.
Okay. As you go to pick him up, you grab him by the scruff of the neck, and he just sort of like protests. As you like pick him up, he's like, ah, wah, wah, get the fuck off me! But yeah,
Little
you're
legs.
little legs. You're much
Maybe a
stronger
bit
than him,
faster
though.
this way. Just point the direction and I'll do the walking.
This is humiliating. It's that way.
Ah, the pride of dwarves.
Puts his hands like right on top of your head and just holds your hair as a way to not fall over.
I'm gonna reach up, smack him on the ass, and be like, "Hey, how's the weather up there?"
Oh,
That
no.
ain't. That's just rude.
You're an
I'm gonna turn around
asshole.
and growl. I'm gonna turn
But
around and
honestly,
growl
how
like
is
that.
the weather up there, mate?
Sunny. Hot.
Well, looks like it's the same here. Onward, dwarf! As I
You
start like
guys
marching.
Continue walking. Now with Thyra in the lead and Beggart on top of her shoulders. And you can see as Thyra's walking, she kind of has like this like half smile on her face from like just enjoying the moment. He's not. He's angry.
Christ.
And yeah, you keep walking. As time goes on, the sun starts to slowly fade downwards towards the ground. It's not quite sunset yet, but it's getting there. You're about, let's see, because you did 16, so you're about 3 hours into your journey, your trek across the desert. He says, won't be much further. I think probably, well, with your fucking big ass steps, probably about an hour this way. And just beckons towards the direction that you've been heading in.
Well, I say we keep on then.
So
Right.
when we get there, is there like, do you know if there's some sort of place we can get some work? Because I'm gonna get out of here and back to where I need to go. It's gonna cost me some money, I think.
Well, I've only been to Big Daki a couple of times, so the answer's not. I don't know of anyone who can give you a job, but well, if we go to see the Kerta, probably he'll have an idea of what to do.
Or
The who?
we could steal the money.
Let me see. Alakian,
Yes.
Isabel,
Yes.
free. And probably Thyra
Yeah.
as well. But not you, Wade. All roll history checks.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
indeed.
Again? All right.
That's a natural one on my part.
Natural 20.
Woo! An actual good one.
13 for
A
me.
6.
Okay. Free, you know exactly what he's talking about when he says the Keeta. So, every country in the continent has its own, or most countries in the continent have their own different policing forces. The one native to Kazera is called the Tarket. Like market, that's what I was talking about earlier. The Tarket are essentially like they're just the police. They wear gold armor with like red chest pieces, and their different rank can be determined from their hat plumage and the scales on their armor. And they are pretty much situated all across of Gizeri, but nowhere else. The Keeta is slightly different. The Keeta is a title given to a person who acts as a judge. So, if someone needs to go to jail, if someone needs to have a fine or a penalty for doing something illegal, that's the Keeta's job. And with the natural 20, you'd also know their symbol, which is, it's like 2 crossed scimitars, with scales above them, and it's like a ring with 12 triangles erupting from the outside of the ring. If you were to look for them, you could probably find them. I'll say, Elakian, you know who the Tarket are, and you know that the Keeta is above them, but you don't know too much apart from that. You're not entirely sure about their symbol, you know that it's scimitars, but nothing else. The other two of you don't know anything.
Fair enough. Not from this country, from the northwest, so.
Okay. So yeah, he says, well, if we speak to the Keeta, he probably have something in the works, I don't know. He knows everyone, so you probably...
Or we steal the money from shitty rich folk.
You'll be lucky to find much rich folk in Bigdaki.
Ah, fuck, it's one of them towns.
Well, I don't want to say it's a shithole, but
It's
most
shithole,
of the
don't worry.
residents call it a shithole.
I was born in a shithole. I know what they look like. They're fucking poor as shit and... Fuck!
Well, you can always try, I don't know, see if someone needs entrance. I play a musical instrument.
Hey, me too.
I'm scary.
That
Maybe
you
we can
are.
lock you in a closet.
Yes, you are, dear.
Thank you. It's one of
I'm
the
a
reasons-
very
yeah.
sneaky son of a bitch, so.
I was going to suggest you steal from the rich folk as I did a thing in the distance, but...
On that
Though rich-
note, though, go ahead.
Aye?
I'm gonna look up at Beggett.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a curfew here?
What do you mean a curfew in the middle of the desert? No.
In Bigdaki, you jackass.
Well, not that I know about. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, it's been 40 years since I've been there, so... I mean, times might have changed. Last I checked, it was, you know, sort of its own place. You'll have to see when you get there. I'm gonna look for Mazur, and we'll see what he has to say.
Is
Missouri?
Missouri... Is he another dwarf, or is he... No.
No,
She
Mazur's the
win.
Keeta. He's
Is he?
half-orc.
Ah! So he might be dead. Good to know.
He sort of looks down at Thyra, confused, and then looks back up again, pretending not to notice.
And what did you say he does
Some
again?
40 years!
What would you say, Esprit?
What did you say he does?
He's the Keeta. He's, in charge of everything, basically.
I thought you said he was like the assistant too or something. That's what I was asking.
Assistant to the regional character.
Yeah. Character sounds a bit like caretaker to me.
It's, I got it from, Gaelic. No, Irish, I think.
That's,
It's,
I think that's Gaelic. I could be wrong.
It's one of the two, I forget. It's translated to just mean right. The person who's right.
Oh yeah.
That's fair.
But yeah, as you are having this conversation, you are traveling over these dunes, and the sun is starting to set a little bit. You can see over in the horizon, there's just like this beautiful, like as the sun is setting over the desert mounds, there's like a beautiful like red wavy tint to the ground. The closer that you look to it, the sky is turning into like a beautiful orange, slightly darker than the sand itself, and it's getting colder. But as you are walking, and this is happening, you start to notice, coming over the horizon, a tiny settlement of buildings, of houses and you know, other ramshack constructs. There may be, I don't know, like half a mile away. There's no like trees or anything around here, so it's just like open plains. So if you hit the top of a dune, you can definitely see the town. It's small, but you see it start to pop up, and Beggett just points to it and goes, "There's your money, right over there."
I'm gonna
This doesn't look like a whole lot of money to me, though.
put Beggett down.
What accent that is?
Oh, thank you. It's about time. My legs are getting tired.
You liked people looking up at you for once.
Alright then, Orc, alright. Don't insult the man too much.
That's my job.
No one
Aye.
insult.
In my job, it's me too. It's two of us.
Yeah, not big
Having
on the
people look
insult.
up at you can be quite a powerful feeling.
What did you say?
Having people look up to you can be quite a powerful feeling.
Yeah, I don't really get that very often. Fun fact.
No, because you're a little half pint, aren't you?
Alright, I get it. That was the assumption.
At
Aye.
least I put you down before we got to the city so you can keep up appearances.
Thank you for that.
We are torturing this poor man who
This
helped us.
poor man.
He's so nice. I love him, but my character's in fucking dick.
Mine's worse, trust me.
Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons.
I
Yeah.
mean, Thyra thought she was doing a good thing, helping this little guy keep up with the party, you know.
Yeah, dwarves, generally quite nice. Not known for their ability to not be stubborn. But, you know, you learn more and more every day about them, so there you go.
Yeah. Well, let's head into town, make some money, and then fuck off, I guess.
Sounds good to me. Let's go. And you continue to walk down to the town. It'll take you about, it's half a mile, I don't know, like 20-30 minutes to get there, right? No, half a mile, shorter than that. Let's say 10 minutes with Beggar, because he's a dwarf. And yeah, as you come into the town, you see, the closer that you get, you see it is very much like ramshackle. Let me see, I have something written for it right down here somewhere. So the buildings, as you walk up to them, they're made of like really old. It's a mixture of like old grey eroding stone and like a sandstone, with wooden beams here and there that are just like splintered in places. Half of them are just got holes in them that you could like see through or put your finger through. As you walk in, it's not entirely sand. You know, there is a small river that goes down and sort of ends in this town, but it goes past up beyond, like out of sight. And as you get closer to it, it starts to get a little bit more grassy here and there. But you know, like it's like desert grass. It's like yellow and not very hydrated, and sort of looks like it might be dying. And amongst all of this, there are a fair amount of weeds here and there that just seem to have naturally grown in through the sand. The population is small. There aren't very many people out here at all, especially because it's starting to get to be the evening. And as the sun is starting to set, you can start to see the two moons and the planet that is next to this one start to illuminate the evening sky, and the crickets around you, the few that there are, start to just chirp and chitter. And yeah, as you walk into the town, it is yours to go and explore.
So maybe we should head down to that Carradere guy.
I don't think he would be in his office at the moment. I imagine it's.
Did the sun
fucking-
just go down? Or
The sun
has
is
it been
just
down for a
going
while?
down. It's not completely like submerged over the horizon, but it's getting there, and the moons are starting to come up.
Okay.
Because
know what?
if we don't find somewhere at least take shelter tonight, we might freeze. I think it gets cold in the desert at night.
Missouri will be
Aye,
in his
this-
office. It's not that late.
You just sleep on the ground now. We never slept rough before, there, lad.
Oh no, I've slept plenty rough before, but I've heard the desert gets pretty cold at night.
Just have to find a corner in the building. It's fine. All right, let's go talk to. What's his fuck?
So what's his fuck? And he starts to trudge through the sort of half sand, half dirt roads that lead over to the center of town. There are like rocks here and there on the street. Yeah, it's not a great neighborhood. You get the sense, but it is small, so.
I'm gonna, like, with noticing this, I'm gonna keep an eye out to see if I can, with my fluency in Thieves' Cant, see if I can find, see if I see any kind of, like, notations or anything like that around the area.
Okay, make a perception check for me.
Okay. Perception, that is a 12.
A 12. I'll keep that in mind.
Okay.
12 for Alacane.
Yeah.
Yeah, is there anything else you guys want to do while you are going through town? There are a couple people out here, I should say. A couple people wandering about, but it's not very much. As you walk through the streets, you maybe see like 3-4 people at a time, at max. So, and they're all just sort of walking about doing their business. But yeah, not very many people around.
Okay.
Do we see a place that would be kind of like a tavern or something?
As you are walking through the route that Beggett is taking you, probably not. No, I don't think you would see it. Walking through to where you are.
Okay.
Can I ask him if he knows where it is?
He turns to you and says, "You know, I don't remember there being one here. I mean, like I say, it's been a while since I've been in this town, but yeah, last time I was here, I didn't stay in a tavern."
Is there someone nearby-ish to us right now? Like some other people, some locals.
Sure. Why don't you go ahead and make
Oh no.
an insight check to see if you can determine who is the nicest looking person to ask.
That's a-
God.
Isabel asking a nice person.
Hey, she can pretend to be nice. That's a 12, though.
You can pretend to be shady.
A 12?
Yeah.
Okay. I
God.
will say with a 12. Yeah, you go up to. You know what? Yeah, you go up. You find a man, Alvin, with like copper-colored skin, blonde hair that's like falling down a little bit down the back of his head. He seems approachable enough.
I'll go up and in Elven, because I do speak that language, I'll say, "Excuse me, sir. Me and my companions are looking for lodging for the night. Is there anything nearby?"
You're alright, mate. Yes, Will, you could go to the Dandelion Stump. It's a little bit down the road there, just to the left. It's not the best place to stay in the world, but you know what? It will do you for the night if you've got the coin to stay there.
Thank you, sir, very much. Thank you, thank you. And I kind of like, sort of subserviently kind of bow a little bit and then sort of scuttle back.
Oh, you're welcome, mate. Be sure to come check out my shop sometime. I'd like to see you in there.
What's it called?
Oh, it's called the Zin Miss Sang. I'm a blacksmith.
Maybe I'm not really the okay. And I leave. Alright, yeah.
Say
there's-
Zen
Pleasure
Mist?
meeting ya.
dandelion stump or
Zinmis
something.
Zang.
Is
Z
it the
I N
dandelion-
M Y S Zang.
It's like the dandelion stump or some shite. It's over there. I'd point in the direction he pointed.
Well, that
Also,
solves the
there's a-
location, but we still need the money.
Again, we could just steal it.
Look around. There's not anybody to steal it from.
You'd be surprised. You just got to get lucky, and then you can probably get a room. It'll be a tight squeeze, but we could make do.
Was I close enough to overhear that conversation by chance? Like about his
Yeah,
blacksmith shop?
he didn't. Isabel wasn't too far away, and he was,
Okay.
he sort of walked up a little bit to meet her. So yeah, you probably heard it.
I'm gonna look over to him and say, "Where's your shop at?"
As he's walking away, he sort of like, as he hears you say the question, he like just immediately stops dead and like pivots on his toes and turns around. He goes, "Well, mate, if you head down the main road there, you'll be looking at a couple of different shops on the way. Just continue down. I'm on the left on the end. Zinmis Zang. I'm Justin Zinmis. Nice to meet you."
Nice to meet you.
While he's looking over, Isabel will kind of like switch from her like very sort of cocksure attitude to again that sort of small submissive character she does when she's lying to people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, he points over to the general area that his shop is in.
Okay. Cool.
Beggar turns and says, "Right, if you've got any other business, I'd quite like to get to the character, please."
Hey,
It's
hey,
getting
that's don't get all snippy with us dwarfs. All
Sounds
right.
like a rather good idea to me.
Alright, well, let's go. And he picks up his pace as he's been standing there. Yeah,
Follow.
you guys walk
Yep.
for maybe 10 minutes through some streets here and there, and eventually you come to a low wooden building. It's only like one floor up. It's kind of it's weird. This one's mostly wood and not so much stone. There's like a stone base, but it's mostly wood around the outside. And the windows have like shutters down because it's getting to be late at night. You all notice, and Free, this is very familiar to you. Above the sort of like wooden door that's like slightly lopsided, but not enough to make it unusable. There is an emblem above the door that is 2 cross scimitars scale in a circle with points on. He goes, "Right, here we are. After you."
I will open the door.
I will
Sure.
go in. I will go
Yeah.
in said open door that Isabel just opened.
Oh, you going first?
Yes.
Okay, I see. Yeah, so Isabel, as you open the door, there is like a ding 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 ding, and
Yeah.
Thyra just barges past you, hand on the door, straight in. You see in front of you a smaller room with a desk, sort of like projecting from the side wall. The room itself is maybe like 10 feet by 10 feet. It's not very big. And on the far side there is a door, and on the left side there is a door that is open. And if you look through there, which you can because it's not very far away, you can see an older half-orc male with like short grey hair that's like peppered with black streaks. He is wearing the uniform of the Tarket. He's pretty tall, but he's, you get the sense that because of his age he's starting to get a little bit smaller, so he's maybe like 6'1", 6'2". He's got a little bit of grey stubble just emerging from his face. Next to him, you see 2 people. There is... they're both sitting at desks in the middle of the room. There is one elven male who looks like the equivalent of like mid to late 20s, but completely bald. And the other is a female human with like brown curly hair that goes down to the neck. And they're just sort of sitting in chairs with their feet up on the desk. And they are talking. And as you enter, the half-orc turns around. All their attention is just on you. And they just sort of stare at you a little bit, puzzled.
We were slaves about 4 hours ago, and we need coin.
You say as you walk into the door. Everyone else is still
Yes,
outside.
I absolutely do.
Yeah, he is looking a bit taken aback by this. You aren't too sure what he's feeling at the moment. He does look a little bit surprised. He walks through the door and sort of like closes the doorway into the office space of what this Target office is. He goes, "Hi, can I help you?"
I just said we need coin. They were slaves about 4 hours ago. We have no
I'd
money.
like to mention that we actually never got sold into slavery, so
We were captured
just-
by slavers. We were slaves for a couple of days until about 4 hours ago. They're mostly all dead. Anyways, we need coin. We heard that you run everything, and we heard that you might have work.
we also didn't kill them. It wasn't us.
No, that wasn't us. Actually, it fell into a giant pit out in the desert. So
Which had some interesting things in them.
that is a fair point. The orc does speak true in that.
You as you are saying this, you're watching his facial expression. And what starts off as like slightly puzzled by these people just barging into the Target office turns to like a raised eyebrow mixed with like a frown. And as you are talking to him, he's absorbing this information, and like halfway through he just stops and just looks around and like sort of peers past all of you in particular to see all the rest of the group. Free, I'd say you'd be at the back. As you see him looking over in your direction, he looks to the side of you, and you look down to see Beggart like this, just completely face palming, shaking his head. The half-orc goes, "Beggart, is that you?" Beggart goes, "Hi, Mazor. Been a while." He goes, "Yes, it has. Please come in." And he opens the office door again and lets you
I
all
feel
in.
like I'm being ignored. Just a little bit, aye.
As you come in,
You
the
think
two
we have
people who are
questions,
at the desks sort of, you see them like sort of talk amongst themselves a little bit, like whisper a little bit, and he goes, "Oi, who's this?" You see the male one go. He goes, "I don't know. We're about to find out." And he he stands by the door as you all funnel into the office space. He sits you all down at a variety of desks, and he goes, "Right, so I'm gonna need you all to tell me why you're here, what happened,
We were slaves. We were captured as slaves.
who captured you."
Fuck, what was his name again?
Yeah, it
Purple
was
guy,
Esau,
tattooed.
something
Esau,
like that.
that's aye. The roadshow, yeah, that was him.
Yeah.
You watch as the name of Isaf, he sort of like cracks a little smile, like just like a tint of a half smile on the side of his face. He goes, Wait. You're telling me that Isaf Vija's roadshow is real?"
Yeah?
Well,
Yeah.
aye.
As far as I'm concerned, that's been a myth for what, 30 years?
All right, it's
If you'd like, we could show you the remains of what's left.
we could do that, or we could go back to the first point and say we have no coin, but we are capable, and we need money, and we heard that you might have money.
I don't have any money to give you, if that's what you mean.
Well, not for free, of course, but for work, aye?
Yeah, you have any like gators that need catching or something?
Or whatever the fuck he said, yeah, aye.
I'll remember you offered. Hey, why don't you tell me a little bit about your, slaver friends? What happened to them?
Giant pit, desert, fell in, altar stone thing with pillars, and I don't know, I was killing quasits and taking pot shots at dead people. Anyways,
Wait, there was what? There was an altar thing? What?
I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly. I could be remembering wrong, me, the person.
No, no,
So-
no. You're right. But Wade never looked down there, and nobody's ever brought
Oh,
it
okay,
up.
okay,
so.
fair enough.
And you didn't see them, I did. So you know
Yeah.
secondhand.
That is
Yeah,
true.
as you're saying this, he goes, wait, okay, what's your name?
You can call me Miriam.
Miriam, right, nice to meet you. I'm gonna stop
You as well?
talking to you because I don't have a fucking clue what you're saying.
I've
Beckett, what
been
the
telling
fuck
you-
happened? And he turns to
I've been telling
um,
the truth
the
this
dwarf.
entire time. It's the most honest I've been in 30 years.
Yeah, the rest of you, as you are watching this exchange happen, it's kind of like you're choosing not to interrupt, almost because it's like it takes you aback by
Entertaining.
the specks of information that's just randomly spewing from Isabel's mouth. Yeah, you definitely see he's like confused. He's getting like the gist of some things that are happening, but not quite. Beggett turns to him and says, "Right, well, lots happened since you last saw me. Got married, had a kid.
Oh, it's your fucking wife you're looking for, ain't it?
No, it's my daughter. Anyway,
Oh, that's worse.
Oh.
So,
I've been
Slap Isabel on the
looking,
back of the head. Shut up.
it's good
I've
of
been
the
looking
AI.
for a person. I heard that, you know, something was in town. I decided to follow up on it. Turns out it was Vija's Roadshow, and
Ta-da!
well, this raggedy lot were slaves in his pit. And whatever happened happened. There was an earthquake, and the whole pit fucking fell down a hole. And now it's there. And I came to you because I figured, you know, closest policeman and we're friends, right? Yeah.
Don't think it was an earthquake.
Well, the direct term can be disclosed later, but from what I could see, the ground shook and then it collapsed in on itself. Looked like a fucking earthquake to me.
I have to agree with the dwarf here, aye.
He, the orc, who you can all determine is probably Mazor. Keeta Mazor. Keeta's the title, Mazor's the name. Is sort of taking this in slowly. You get the sense that Beckett is delivering a much better job at saying this information than Isabel was. He
Oh,
goes,
hush.
Right. Okay. Where exactly was this? As he directs the question to all of you instead of just Beckett this time.
4 hours out of town.
That way.
Right. Okay.
It shouldn't be very hard to miss. It's like a big pit in the ground.
Corpse pit, aye.
Sure. Elman Riff. You watch as he calls out behind his shoulder, and the other two people who are there sort of just stand up. They go, "Yeah, boss." He goes, "Why don't you take one of the horses, go check it out. We'll see if these fine folks are telling the truth. If this is it, and they're saying the right information, this could be one hell of a big find for our town." They go, "Right, we'll get right on it. Come on." And they just hurry out of the office and out the front door, and you hear them go around the back.
Before they leave, I'm gonna
Mhm.
pull up my map and I'm going to point. I'm gonna like show the like on the map exactly where it was, just to be like, hey, just so you can actually find it, so you know we aren't lying our asses off. This is exactly where it was.
Yeah,
So-
the elven male sort of like stops when you point it out and he goes, "Right, cheers." Slaps you on the shoulder and just keeps running.
What do you mean this is going to be a big fine for your town?
And is there a finder's fee?
I don't know if you've noticed around here, but our town's sort of like forgotten by our own country. We don't get shit here. That's why all of our
A shithole
houses
then.
fall
Yeah, aye.
apart.
And you think that this pit's going to like provide stuff for you?
I think
Well,
if we say this information over to our government, maybe they'll give us something stronger to live in, right? Just a
Plus, if you
feeling.
search the ruin, you could find who knows what down there.
Well, I don't even know if you folks are telling the truth right now, so we'll see. In the meantime, why don't I ask you a couple questions about this pit and what you found there? And he he sits down at the like entrance to not in the doorway, but sort of towards the entrance of the room where you entered, and just beckons you all to chairs if you aren't already sitting down. Beggar like immediately like just plonks down on a desk.
Alakian's gonna just lean against a wall. Just kind of stand there looking at him, arms crossed.
Sure.
Is the chair behind the desk currently vacated?
Well, there are there are a couple of desks in here. The ones that the two other Tarket officers were sitting in are now vacant. They are both behind individual desks. Beggar is sitting on top of on top of one of them by the window, and I would say there are probably...
Is the big desk the important desk? Is that one free?
That's the one that he's sitting in right now.
Shit.
Because
All right,
that
I'll
was
sit
at the
behind
front overlooking
one of
the
the other
rest of the
desks.
office. You get the sense that that is like his thing.
Yeah, I was planning to sit behind that desk. I'll sit behind one of the officers' desk then.
Sure. Free, I'll say you notice... It's weird. Normally, if you're a Kaeta, you would wear a different kind of uniform from the regular Tarket officers. His uniform that he's wearing is a little bit more fancy, but it's not a Kaeta's uniform at all. It's up to you whether you choose to take major notice of this, but because you rolled so well on the history check to determine that, you
Okay.
feel like that's a little bit strange, just a little bit.
Okay.
So yeah, as he sits down, he says, "So, what was it? Just you in this arena pit thing?"
No, there were
There
more
were
people.
others.
And
They're
what
dead
did you
now.
do? Oh, good, they're all dead. And you killed them?
The pit, the
Nope.
ground collapsed and killed him.
He turns to Beggett. Did they kill him? He goes, "Nope, didn't see any of them kill him. They were just, fighting other things."
Yeah, there were
What
some
other
monsters and
things?
stuff.
Hyenas?
Monsters. Hyena's not a
Yeah.
monster.
No, they were like
Well,
these little
that's what
impy
killed the other
flying
people.
things.
Well, the other people were killed by a hyena. There's the one bloke in the arena before us got killed by a hyena, and then we fought little wood things. I have no fucking idea what the second things were, and then
Ugly
little
butterflies.
listen to the other half elf, and then a demon thing, horns, that turn invisible. I think.
Right,
Yeah.
so you're telling
Yeah.
me you fought a stick, a butterfly, and a devil.
Title
You
of
know
the
when you say
episode.
that loud like that, it does seem a little.
Forward, can you change around the toilet? No, it's fine.
More
It was.
like a tree than a stick.
Yeah, it's more of a tree person. It's not better, is it? No.
No, not really. Okay.
Okay, I have a question. Like, this is out of... Would I have known what any of those creatures were by any chance at all? So I can actually fill in blanks here.
Make 3 nature checks for me.
3 nature
Oh,
checks?
yeah.
Alright.
Can
Well,
I
I'll
do one
say-
for the tree people?
You can definitely do one for the tree people. I will say, like, instead of doing nature, do history.
Okay.
Because they're not really nature so much.
That is a 7 for the first one.
Okay.
That is a 17 for the second.
Mm-hmm.
And for the third, that is a 20 total.
Sure. Wade, what'd you get?
5.
5. Okay, yeah. Neither of you really know what the twig things were. It's kind of like wood people, small. Never really encountered them before. Alakian, you know that the second one, you have read somewhere about small bat-like creatures that are vampiric, that are like a reddish, pinkish, tissuey color, with very, very thin wings that are almost like skin stretched real tight, with like longer noses. You recall them being called sturges, S-T-I-R-G-E, sturge. Normally they travel in packs, so to see 2 of them was, considering your circumstances, not too strange, but There are only 2 of them, which is not normal for them in the wild. The third one was called a quasit. It is a small, fiendish creature that is normally native to, like, abyssal realms. Sometimes they do pop through in variety of experiments gone wrong, or small portals that open up. They're very, very commonplace in those realms. They are like little impish creatures that have the ability to turn invisible on command.
Okay. I'm
That's
gonna
what you know.
just cut in while they're explaining all of this. It's just like, to clarify, the tree people things, no idea what the hell they were. They were ugly as fuck, but that's all I know. The second thing we fought were sturges. They were little, basically bat vampiric type things.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Wait, did anybody get bit?
No, I think.
Oh no! Ah! No. No.
All right, good.
Not
don't.
what he
Vampires
means by
real?
vampiric. He means they drink blood, not
They
that
drink
they turn
blood, not that they
one.
turn people into vampires.
Oh, good. Vampires aren't real. Okay, good.
No, they
said
are.
you killed a gator.
Yeah, I've killed plenty of gators.
How?
Why, you have a gator problem?
No. I'm just, wondering how that happened.
All right, yeah, everybody asked this. So you jump on their back, you grab them by the jaws. They're not really that great at opening the jaws. They have a lot of strength for closing them, but not that much for opening them. So you can kind of hold
He
them
uses
tight.
magic.
And then there's like a little soft spot on the back of their
Right.
neck. You just kind of take your dagger and you just right in there real quick.
Yeah, tell them how we used to capture them ourselves. Just 2 of us.
That's kind of what I just did, but
No, but
yeah,
like
I
how we
mean-
captured them, because you got to lure them into your trap and then capture them. Tell them.
well, there's lots of all right. There's lots of different ways to catch gators. Sometimes you use bait with like chicken. You set up a little noose trap
sweetheart.
or
Wait, sweetheart. No, not right
Yeah.
now. No, not
All
right
right.
now.
Thank you. Not what I was asking. Anyway, well, I've heard
The
of
third
sturges.
thing that we fought were 2 quasits.
No, that's
So-
what they're fucking called. All right.
I'm not sure.
You do
I've
with that
heard of
information
them.
what you wish.
I don't think I know what a quasit is, but I've definitely
Green
heard
things, the
sturges.
horns, small, turn invisible, really
They're-
fucking annoying.
They're about
Fucking
the
a-
size of a wolf. Not too small.
Smaller than...
No, I'm trying to
Oh.
embellish this. Don't take this from me.
Okay, go ahead, dude.
They're about the size of a wolf. They can turn invisible whenever they so choose. And they're abyssal. So,
Make a deception check.
Wade, hold your tongue.
oh, I don't mind lying.
deception.
Oh, good.
22 total.
Yeah, he goes, impressive. I like you. You're, seem to be made of the right stuff.
I killed it with 1 hit.
She did do that. She crushed it. It was
She did.
just paste. It was. Ugh.
Right, so,
Effective.
So, with that information presented in front of you, you sure you're not looking for anybody to take care of some stuff for you?
Perhaps a gator problem.
I mean... I don't know you. I don't know what you're here for. I feel like we should, let's just talk a little. Let's get to know each other a little bit before we start dishing out work.
Fair enough. Just
Well,
keep
can
in
you at
mind.
least-
These types, I.
Give us a place to stay tonight.
You know what? Sure, you can stay in the jail if you like.
As long as you promise not to lock it.
Can we have the key to the jail for a stay?
I won't lock it. You're fine. But I don't feel like giving you the key just in case I, have to arrest anyone in the meantime.
Alright, I'm going to not sleep in a fucking cell, thank you very much. And
Well,
All right, fine. I'll how about I arrange something at the dandelion stump just for you?
That
See,
sounds
this is what
even
happens
better.
when you negotiate. This is what happens when you talk to. It's a total shithole, isn't it? It's not great,
It's
is
a
it?
shithole.
Well, it's better than a shithole of bars, I say.
Yeah. So I'll say you begin filling Mazur out on most of the information about what happened in the pit. I'll say time goes on. It will probably pass. Let's say it'll probably take the better part of like an hour and a half for everyone to convey their own sides of the story, including Beggett, who is not lying at all. He's in all essence telling the truth and helping you guys out by sort of proving your innocence. And Mazur is sort of reacting more positively to his feedback because they seem to have met before. Yeah, after a while, Mazur gets up, says, "Right, I'm gonna go and get some parchment. I'm gonna write some stuff down, and then we'll see what we can do about your lodging, shall we?" And he just picks up and starts going to a cupboard to the side, starts unlocking it.
You know, I feel like I was very clear on why we were here and who we are. We were slaves.
You're
No one
here
listens.
because you're witnesses, and I gotta keep you here to find out what happened. I mean, my guys are out there right now trying to figure out if this pit even exists.
It does. We saw it. Corpse pit, all full of corpses.
Well, we'll wait until they get back, and then we'll decide.
Should they not come back? We're not sure everybody died down there. Just a heads up.
They can handle
Or-
themselves. And you watch as he taps a light crossbow on the side of his leg at the top.
I'm gonna pat the longbow on my back. Like, yeah, me too.
I'm just
So
saying,
we're
that's what
going-
they've got.
Remain here for another potentially 5 hours? It's already late.
I'll think about it depending on how I like you. Anyway, so and he gets a quill. It's probably not a quill actually, probably like a little bit of just like a stick with a sharper point. Dips it in some ink that's running low, and starts scrawling on parchment. And he starts writing down the events of what happened. So how many people were there with you?
Whenever I see like the ink's low, I'm gonna pull the ink out of the ink bottle out of my pack. I'm gonna put it on the desk. Like, here's some more for you.
Is this the one that you took?
Yes, it is.
Nice. Yeah. He goes, thanks. I just, pours his little bit that's left in his little jar and just pours it in and just keeps dipping and writing. So, how many of them were there?
Like us or like the people watching us trying to buy us.
Both.
There were all of us you see here, minus the dwarf. And
There was
how many?
one
people-
additional fighter. But
Oh,
he
yeah,
died
he's one.
That we
before
saw.
got
He's
to
dead.
him.
Yeah, he's.
Beggett chimes in and goes, there wasn't just one fighter. You have to understand, he put in groups before you, like, it's not just the one guy. You guys were a group, there was a group before you and a group before them. Probably, I don't know, 15 people total who were slaves. All
Christ.
dead.
We were knocked out, so we couldn't see.
Hey,
All we saw
You were
was the
asleep.
one.
I'm not blaming you, I'm just saying, you know?
all right. How many people were like in the crowd? I wasn't really paying attention to that. I was more didn't want to.
Get
Roll
killed by
an intelligence
thing.
check, just to remember.
Okay, what is my intelligence? I don't recall.
-3.
2.
It might be +2 actually. It is +2.
Nice.
That is a 17.
You estimate somewhere between the region of 100 and 125 in the audience. Plus, there were, from what you could see, there was Isaf and 4 of his guards. If I'm not mistaken, because of your position in the arena, you may have heard talking behind you through that gate as well. So you expect more, maybe a couple more people back there as well. So probably in the region of like 140.
About 140, maybe. But 130 in the arena watching us, but
Right, so,
I wasn't really counting heads at a point when I was,
140 wealthy, aristocratic people go missing. Random. No
Aye.
word of it.
Oh, shite, this
Is gonna
isn't it?
upset the economy real bad.
Well, you know what? Fuck them. I don't. They try to fucking spy me as a fucking slave. I hope they rot in hell.
Exactly.
I hope Satan uses their fucking spine as a ladder to pick fucking apples.
I can tell you're pissed off. Reasonably so. Okay, well, why don't you tell me about, the main guy?
Purple robes, tattoos, a right prick.
Right, I need more on him just in case he's, around. I need a
He's
clean
soft.
file.
Pretty charismatic.
I'm talking about, like, height, appearance.
I'm gonna jump in, since how I actually had a kind of face-to-face conversation with him for a while.
That is
before
true.
Before I got.
God.
How tall was he, roughly? Can I guess? Considering I'm like
it's-
6'4".
Yeah, Isaf was shorter than you. He was about, I think, 6'2", 6'3", 6'1",
Okay.
around that area.
Sure.
You remember, because you looked at him quite closely, you had that interaction with him beforehand. You saw the head tattoos that start on the side of the head and go just back down to the base of the neck, and also on top. Completely bald with like a slight beard. He wore purple robes with a purple hood, with no insignia on them because I didn't want to be caught. Apart from that, fairly regular clothes, if not a little bit upper class. It's like he was nicely dressed for a commoner.
Okay. I'll throw that into him and mention that we were farther south and just met him in a bar.
Where'd you meet him?
What was the town that we were in again?
It's called Landapar.
Landapar. Okay.
Landapar.
Okay.
Felis and Daito know this town very well.
Ooh.
It was the Ale's Bottom pub.
Never heard of it.
Hey, if you ever get there, it was
Probably
pretty.
not.
It was pretty nice. Yeah, we met a nice lady, two ladies. They were twins, I think. Fet in East.
Thanks.
Yeah, you should.
I'm
if
gonna
you're ever in town.
tap Wade on the shoulder, just kind of whisper in his ear. Yeah, I saw them after we got captured. They looked less than alive. So
Oh.
You just burst his bubble so
Oh,
hard.
he had a crush.
Yeah, wait, as you say oh, you hear a voice in the back of your head go, oh.
Shit.
sorry, bud. I know
It's
you
alright.
liked her.
Ah, they just seem like nice people. That's a shame. I hope that this Esop guy burns in hell, like Isabel said.
He uses his spine as a ladder to pick apples.
That too.
It's a creative insult, I'll give you that.
That is not mine. That is an actual Irish insult.
Is it?
Yes.
Never knew. How about that? Yeah, so I'll say you finish informing Mazur on what happened in the pit. He writes down most of it on parchment. Who has a passive perception of above 14?
I do.
I have a 14.
Okay, so the two of you notice his scrawlings that are there. They are like limited notes. They're not really very detailed. You get the sense that he's listening, but his writing is just not fleshed out in the way that you would expect it to be. Might be the time of day, or it might just be him, or whatever. But yeah, it's not most detailed of note taking.
Insight check.
Sure.
See if he's actually thinking about doing this, or whether he's trying to figure out more information, like with buddies or whatever, like competition. Well, that doesn't do shit. That is a 6.
Yeah, I mean, he's writing down notes. It's good enough for you.
Okay.
That's about it. Yeah, so he finishes up. He says, right, here's what I'm gonna do. Who wanted to stay in the jail tonight?
Do you think the jail will be nicer or this other place?
Some people say it is.
I don't mind.
I'll never understand you, Wade.
He says, why don't you come with me? And he leads you
That was creepy.
through the door. he leads you through the door.
Can
and
I do
through
an
the
insight check
next door.
to see if he's hitting on me?
Sure.
God.
Oh, of course Wade would do this.
That is 13.
13. You're not really sure if he's hitting on you or not.
Okay.
But as you are questioning this in your head, you hear, "No, I don't know, man. Listen, you are one with the ladies, but I'm not sure if."
You don't think it
Oh, Rusty
translates?
over there
I'm not. I
was-
mean, I'm not interested. It just that seemed a little weird.
Well, no, I hate to judge.
There's a weird
I
vibe
mean,
to
he's
that.
just, he's like a big manly man, and I just, I don't know. I've lived very secluded my whole life. I don't know these things, I don't want to get your hopes down.
No. I'm like I said, I'm not interested. I just, I heard weird things happen in jail, and now I'm getting a little worried.
Oh God.
Yeah, no, I've
Oh.
heard that too. I mean, well, I don't want to. You know what? Keep 5 feet away from him at all times. I think you're on to something.
I really wish I could hear this conversation because I would just lean over. I would just lean over and be like, "Don't drop the soap."
Yeah. So Mazur leads you out of the door into the same meeting area that you were in, and then opens the next door and just holds it open. And as you look in, you can see there are a row of jail cells, no more than 8 feet by 8 feet. Stone on the ground, a little bit of hay. There is no bed. There is no window. There is just hay on the ground and a bucket in the corner.
Okay. Before I walk in, I just want to turn to the group and be like, "Hey, if you guys are gonna do anything cool tomorrow, make sure we meet up."
At 8, Wade.
Are you-
At 8.
Are you sure you don't want to come with us?
Well, I don't know. Would you be able to secure that many rooms? Mezor?
He says, well, it depends on the capacity, I suppose. I would say I can give you maybe 2.
I'm sure we can make do with that.
I slept in fewer rooms with more people.
Is there anybody in these cells putting my head in?
There's no one in there at the moment. As you poke your head in, you see these are dingy. There's a little bit of a puddle of something on the ground in one of them. It's cold in this room. The bars are rusty.
It's cold.
Yeah, you can choose to stay there if you want. Something is telling you, whether it is the voice in your head or not, that this would do. You might have a better chance somewhere in the stump, but you might not.
Yeah.
It's up
Yeah.
to you.
No. It's fine. Yeah. I didn't realize that. We had enough room at the other place. I'll just go with you guys.
You
That's fine.
sure?
Yeah. That's fine. So far, these guys have, I guess, had my back. So.
All right. Cool. And he walks around to the desk that he was at, pulls out his stick and starts to scroll on the piece of parchment. He says, what do I call you?
Like a party name, Party 5, like that kind of
6.
You
thing.
mean your name, Wade?
6.
He
Yeah.
beckons over to Beggar. Beggar's like, I'm here too. You know what? You're fine. I get it.
Oh no, dwarf, don't go.
Oh no.
about.
I don't know why I was so mean to him. He was only nice to us. I honestly don't understand
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, you guys got to work on that a little bit.
Hey,
Speak for yourself.
that's
I
true.
carried
The
the
orc,
man for
the
hours.
orc, the
Yeah,
orc
then
speaks
that
to
was
me.
While they're doing all this, I'm just gonna cut in and just be like, call us the ferocious, fearsome fighting
Bagels,
five.
bagels.
No, bad, no. I want alliteration.
He cocks
Bagels,
an eyebrow
bagels.
at you and turns to the group. Just give me your names.
Mirian, I thought I told you my name. It's Mirian.
Name's Wade. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
Free.
And
Ira.
you.
Hocus.
Hurkus.
Do you just say Harkus? Oh my god, hold on. Oh, never mind. Okay. I was thinking we could make an acronym with it that was like with or something. I don't know, but never mind.
He
We'll figure something out.
He is writing down, and he finishes scrolling, puts his signature at the bottom. He says, "Here, I'll give this to you." And he gives it to, probably give it to Alakian, because you're the closest to him that he respects. He says, "Hand that over to the barkeep, and I'll escort you. It's past curfew anyway."
There was a curfew. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, well,
Damn it.
we've been having some problems recently with something.
How'd I get that?
If your story proves true, I might enlist your help with it.
Any-
Ooh, work,
Any
see?
little previews of what it is?
He goes, respectfully, I don't trust you yet. I'll wait and see if you're actually criminals or not. But, I know where you're staying, and if I decide that you're worthy of it. And you hear outside this.
Oh shit! Please tell me that's normal.
As he hears this, dead silence. He just cuts off mid-sentence and, like, completely freezes. I don't think I would need to give you all a passive perception. Actually, no, make a perception check. Everyone.
Everyone?
Perspective?
Everyone.
Come on.
This wouldn't be passive because this is, you're now focusing on it.
15 for me.
Each.
Okay.
Oh, that's a 9.
10.
I roll so bad. 8.
21.
Hey!
Nice.
We have 8, 9, 10.
I roll so
Okay.
bad.
Yeah,
Give up.
so you all start to hear, like, just outside of the window there is, like, a group of footfalls that is just like and past the window you hear like this low, like, bestial, like, growl. It's Free, you with your roll probably closest to the window, you just hear a I can't fucking do a growl. Shit. You hear a growl. Like and yeah, as it passes by the window, you hear something else behind it, of very similar nature, and another very similar.
There's a growl.
There's a growl. I got it. Pitfalls. Good at accents, bad at creature noises. This is the one thing that broke me. Yeah, you hear as the creature closest to you sort of starts to go, and you hear like a movement of like something shifting. Then all of a sudden, something bounds off in a direction outwards of town.
I'll take it.
Can I do some sort of check to figure out if I can place that as a hyena? Like, because I'm thinking it might be a hyena,
make
like from the pit.
a nature check.
I was gonna say a werewolf. but
14.
14.
I'm thinking big lizard.
Well, with your 8 perception, you
Two
don't
growls?
see anything. It was 2 growls.
Okay.
You don't see anything past the window because the windows are boarded up, Wade. So you're really going off of sound alone. It sounds bestial to you. It sounds almost doggish. But you don't recognize it enough. You get the sense that it might be hyena. Hyenas tend to have like a little bit of laughing, which you don't hear right now.
Growling.
But that doesn't
too.
mean that you don't think it's a hyena.
Mm-hmm.
It could be.
Oh.
You're just not sure. And yeah, Free, you hear as one of these things bounds off in another direction. The other one, sort of like, you hear the growling sound get closer to the window, and then all of a sudden you hear a couple of streets down, like this horrible like scream. It's like some woman just like horribly, agonizingly screams, and the other one just bounds off in another direction. Mazor,
After it?
no,
Or
in a different direction out of town. One of them goes like if the wall that you're on is like horizontal, one of them goes this way, one of them just goes that way.
Okay.
So, is there any way, like, could I tell height, like, whether, like, I know you said it was a window, so couldn't really see any, like, the window was boarded up, so it was closed. But
With 15, I will say, with your dark vision, you could probably make out just like the base of the silhouette. It is obviously a creature. You get the sense that it's like it has fur, and it was probably up to half of your height, but it was like down. So like you know how
okay, so it
like on
was
all
so like
fours.
it was yeah, okay.
Quadruped.
Mhm.
Quadruped.
But it was like 3 foot tall on all fours.
And we heard a woman scream.
You heard a woman scream, and I will drag you over.
Yeah, hearing the woman scream, Thyra would have went out to find what was.
Yeah, I'll follow
making
Thyra.
noises.
Okay, sure.
Shit, no.
As
fuck?
you
As she's walking out, I'm
Fuck.
guessing this is your problem, eh?
Right out with them.
I
as
have a
you
question.
walk past Mazor to leave the room, he sort of puts his hand out right in front of you to stop you from moving, and he just like says, "Wait until it's gone."
There's 2.
Someone's screaming out there.
I'm not just gonna let them out there to die. You can stand here if you like.
Before we go off chasing fucking creatures, what is it? Like, do we know what it is? Did anyone here know what the fuck it is?
Well, I bet it's one of them hyenas again.
I'll say,
Some large.
Bit
Thyra,
bigger
as
than
you-
a hyena.
as you push past Mazor to go and try and get to the doorway to exit, he's not like forcibly stopping you. He just wanted you to wait a little bit. As you go to turn the door handle to unlock it, it is locked. And Mazor just reaches into his pocket and tosses you the key. He goes, "We don't know what it is. Why'd you think there's a curfew around? If we knew what it was, we could kill it."
Well, you have a bigger
These are my
problem.
people, they'd be dead already.
It's not just
We're
one.
trying to figure shit out right now. I hope you understand. And yeah, you unlock the door and the street is yours. As you peer out, you don't see any sign of whatever this thing was.
Can I track it?
Let
I was
me
gonna
I'd
ask
like
the
to
whole
help
thing,
walk.
if there were
Yeah,
cracks or anything like that.
Make a survival
Can-
check.
I would like to help, since
Sure.
that's kind of my thing as well.
Excuse me.
Can I point in the 2 directions I heard them go?
You can.
So she at least has a start of a trail?
I mean, it'll be advantage regardless because Wade is helping, but I'll
Oh.
give you advantage.
24.
Jesus.
24. Damn, girl. Yeah, as
Can I-
you... Go ahead.
am I able to make out any tracks? Like maybe not necessarily track it, but can I see like footprints or anything? Well, like in addition to what she's.
I'll say as Thyra points them out to you, you can see where they are. The ones that go to the right as you exit do keep going for a while, but the ones that are ahead, pointing upwards towards, like, the north of it, like this way, that's more so the direction where you heard the scream.
That would be the direction I would head, is towards
Sure.
the screen.
Yeah.
Am I able to make out what kind of beast tracks these might look like?
Go ahead and make
Close inspection.
Yeah, go make well, it'll be nature check for this one, won't be investigation.
Okay.
Yeah,
Since we technically never rested or anything, but we did level up, how are we handling this?
Your HP is still low, but you get access to all the new perks.
Okay.
So
Okay,
if your
so
HP was
is
docked,
that what it used to be?
yeah, if your HP was docked, which Thyra's was, but not by much, then you'll be docked by the same amount. But
I'm
You'll be,
assuming no spell reset or anything.
nope.
I get one spell slot because I got one more spell slot.
16 for that nature check.
16. Yeah, they appear to be definitely dog-ish, larger than your average dog.
Excuse me.
yeah, boo-boo.
Larger than your average dog. You aren't specifically sure what kind of thing this could be. It could be a hyena. It could be something else. You don't know. But you definitely get the general sense of what this creature might be. You sort of flit through different topics in your head of like, okay, well, this could be a hyena. This could be a wolf. This could be like a regular dog. This is like a dire wolf, or this could be, whatever.
Even with it being like 3 foot tall on all fours, that doesn't help at all as to what it might be.
No, not particularly.
Okay.
Because the things that you're listing are pretty much there.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're all, at the moment, in the police station. You guys can drag your tokens out and say where you want to go or not.
I'm gonna go outside, but I'm gonna like hang to the back of the party, like regardless, just kind of hang back.
I
Okay.
am heading in the direction of that sound.
I am
Of
right
the
behind
screen,
Tyler.
following the tracks. Take a point.
Sure,
And I will
Mazor is going to be right next to you. So yeah,
I'll
with
be in
your
the middle.
with your high nature check, you can definitely discern where the tracks left to. As you walk upwards through here, to where Mazor is right now, you see down this alleyway there is just a complete wreck of what used to be a body. At this point, you can't tell whether it is female or male. You do see that there is an elven ear tossed to the side. The whole body is ripped open from the chest. There's intestines everywhere. There's blood splattered everywhere, all over the sides of the wall. It is just a mess, a complete mess.
Is the animal still there?
The animal is not there.
Okay. Upon seeing that, I'm gonna go search the body, literally just start digging in. Is there anything missing, from the body other than obviously the chest cavity being ripped open?
I guess make a medicine check.
Okay.
First one of these. No clerics, by the way.
Yeah, that's gonna
7.
We have a bard,
Um,
we'll be fine.
You don't know how a human body works. You know there's lots of stuff inside of it. Some stuff does something. Other stuff does other things. As you dig your hands in, it's a lot of just that's over there now. You hold something up which you assume might be a kidney of some sort and toss to the side. You aren't really sure what is what here.
While he's doing that,
Damn it.
I'm gonna keep following the tracks if I still see them.
Yeah, as you come down into the alleyway, the tracks go into the sand where blood is on the floor. The alleyway actually has a finite point. It's got a wall at the end of it, which is about 6-7 feet tall. You see one like large paw print that matches the tracks that like is on the side of the wall. You get the sense that whatever this creature is, it's climbed over. And ran out.
How tall's the wall up? You said.
It's like 7 feet.
Okay.
Can I hoist myself up and look over?
Yeah, sure.
I was gonna see if I could kind of jump up and kind of peek
I don't
over
even
as
need to
well.
jump.
You wouldn't need to make a check because you're like 7 feet tall anyway. Yeah,
She's 7 feet tall. I'm not.
You, as you look over, you can see further down over into other streets. At a point, the tracks just stop. They like turn a corner and you can't see them anymore. Yeah, they're like out of your view.
They went down around. They went over the wall and down around the corner.
Let's.
Well, are we going to follow them, or are we just going to let it run wild, as it
I'm
were?
just gonna let it try and eat more people.
Look, we're all tired. We have just had a fight. We've been in the desert for hours. This apparently is a consistent problem. So if we hang around,
Recent
we could.
problem. We haven't
Recent-
had this for very long.
You know, one thing I've learned from hunting my whole life is the bait works wonders. Maybe we should set up a trap of some sort.
Hey, we should tomorrow
Or we
night
could-
after we've slept.
Or we can follow the tracks and see if we can find where it is.
This is all if I decide to put you on this case. I still don't know you.
But if we,
But you know,
You know
of
what?
our abilities.
He
That's
does
the
not.
key thing.
I don't think he does really.
I know she smashes things and he's killed a gator. That's about it.
Hey, you don't know what I've done.
I'm gonna pull out my bow and like.
I punched the bear to
Aim.
death.
Wow,
Wait a minute.
that
I'm
must
gonna-
have been really
After
cool.
I chopped
I'm
it
gonna
in
pull out my
half,
bow and an arrow.
That's true. She did hit it with an axe, but I
I'm
did
gonna
punch a
aim
bear
at
to
something.
death.
Like I'm just gonna point in a direction, and like if do I see like a wooden thing, like any kind of like anything wood that's about 40 feet out, maybe 40, 50 feet out.
Like a barrel or
Sure,
something?
I'll say
Yeah.
if you look behind you out towards like the west, as it goes down into other alleyways between buildings, you can probably see like a crate or a barrel or something that's being used to hold crap.
Okay. I'm gonna look at Mazor and just be like, watch this, and I'm gonna shoot an arrow at said barrel.
Make an attack roll.
Can I try to hit his
Okay.
arrow out of the air with an Eldritch Blast?
Make an attack roll.
Oh my goodness.
God damn it! I hate you.
Do you?
I do.
That's
Oh, boy.
18 from me.
For mine, that is going to be an 18 as well.
Shit. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. He turns around and just like he's just like a stern, closed-off figure. Sort of folds his arms as he looks over. As you draw back the bow, you let loose and you hear. As the second like Eldritch Blast shatters the arrow just as it hits into the barrel. You hit your target. Didn't last very long.
That's not
fine.
the time to be showing off there, Elikane. Elikane,
Oh,
whatever the fuck your name
I mean,
is.
it worked, didn't it? He saw both
Was
of our
necessary?
abilities. It's quite
I think
necessary.
it is necessary.
I didn't need a
I
demonstration.
want to sleep.
I felt like it.
Yes.
Yeah. Here.
There are innocent people around.
I'll take you
It
to
was-
your hotel,
Yeah.
and then in the morning,
Thank you very much.
I'll come get you, and we'll decide if we're even doing this or not.
What time is it right
Alright.
now? Like roughly.
That's a good
like,
question.
Given how long we've been talking to him.
I would say, given your knowledge, no one's
But
really
well,
from
not
this part
so.
of Kazari.
Well, not like the exact time. Like, oh, it's like 6:30 in the morning. Like, no, like
yeah,
how long before sunrise do we think?
you've got a while. It's probably if the sun. Well, judging by the time of year, the sun would start setting early. So I would say you've probably got maybe it'd be around between like 9 and 12 at night. Maybe like
Okay.
between 10 and 1 in the morning.
Okay. Sounds good.
And yeah, he
To the hotel.
He turns around and says, "I will cordon this area off, and I'll look at this tomorrow. But for now, y'all need to sleep, and I need to figure out what my detectives have found. So,
While you're
Vandalize
going
stump.
through these remains, could you do me a favor and see if there's any specific body parts missing?
sure, I'll come get you if I need you. How about that?"
Thank you. That's all I want.
Yeah, and he pulls the crossbow out from his holster, and he is just ready with it. But he is
I love
not aiming
medieval
it at
cowboy.
you. Yeah, man. He's
I love
not
it.
aiming it at you, but he, escorts you through the streets. Eventually, you come to another raggedy type building. That's got a little bit, a little bit more sheen to the outside. Above the door, there is just a carving of a dandelion.
Okay.
He goes, "Here you are."
How cold is it outside?
Thank you.
It's pretty fucking cold. It gets cold in the desert.
I
Told
put
you.
my hood up.
Oh, I know it does, but
No, I
The hood
know.
of my cowl up. It's got bear ears on it, and it's lined with fur.
Oh,
That's badass.
bears. Adorable. Bears are like little round nubs. They're
That's
adorable.
badass.
okay.
Who
Yeah.
has the paper?
I do.
Lakian does, I think.
Shit.
Why? Were you gonna do something cheesy? You
I
were
was
try
going to
do
be
something
extra.
cheesy.
That's what I was going to do. It was going to be extra.
Extra.
Oh,
Make sure
trust
to
me,
give-
it's gonna be
Make
extra
sure to
as fuck.
provide them 3 meals a day.
I was gonna be extra as fuck. So,
You do your
So-
shit, man.
does he walk away or is he still standing with us?
No, he's standing with you. He's right next to the door, and he's like beckoning to the door for you to enter.
Okay.
I'll go in.
I'll follow.
Yep, I'll win.
Take my hat
Yo.
off as I enter.
Yup.
Yeah, as you walk in, you see a small, let's say, like 12 by 12 room. Wooden on the floors, wooden planks that are, like, some of them are starting to come up, and some of them are actually chipped to the point where you can see the sand underneath of the floor. There is a counter at the end of the room. There is a door over to the right, but actually there's 2 doors over to the right. One at the back and one at the front. And there is like an older half-elf sitting behind the counter with like his arm on top. You can see one of his teeth is actually missing right here. He's got shorter black hair that's sort of pushed upwards, but it is starting to get grey, much like Mazor, wearing nice-ish clothes.
Okay.
And he goes, "Alright, mates, what can I do for you?"
Is Mazor still with us, or did he stay outside?
Mazor is currently at the back of the group. As you all enter, he will come in behind you.
Okay.
But if
I've
you wanna
heard
do it
you've
first.
got some lodging available. By
That we
chance?
do. What can I get for you? How many rooms do you want? You see as he like pulls a toothpick from underneath the desk and just starts fiddling with the hole.
God,
Nasty.
ow!
I believe
Ow!
Mizor
Yeah.
said that we would get 2 rooms.
3
Yeah.
rooms?
As you say Mazor, you like turn to let Mazor in. He comes in and says, "Anderson, nice to see you again." He goes, "You're right, Mazor. What can I get for this lovely group of people on the house?" He goes, "I'm glad you asked. I'll take 2 rooms. Nothing fancy."
Can we make it 3, please?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
With disadvantage, because you're not really doing anything to persuade him, you're just asking.
With disadvantage, you said?
Yeah.
Well, that is a 23 for the first roll,
Shit.
13 for the second.
Okay.
You're sleeping on the floor.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't sleep. That's the thing. I just
True.
meditate.
You're
The man
meditating on the
behind the counter, like, sort of looks at you like, 2 rooms it is. How shall we split them?
Ladies and gents, perhaps, or Hey.
That's fine with me.
Yeah.
Right, Alicane? I'm gonna be bunk mates.
Sure, bud.
He goes,
We're the
"Alright,
bestest."
perfect. Come follow me." And he pulls, as he turns around, there are like pegs on the walls, and he pulls down 2 keys, and like exits the back of the desk. His toothpick is like still kind of hanging out between his teeth. He didn't take it out. He's not chewing on it. It's just like hanging there. And he opens the door and leads you up the stairs to a second landing area with rooms on either side. And he beckons you into the last 2 that are down there. One for the ladies and one for the gents.
I will
Lovely.
take one of the
Thank
keys, and as I pass Elikane, I'll give him a good slap on the ass and be like, "I had fun tonight," and then go into
I
the
like
room.
how Grizz started calling him Elikane, now everyone calls him Elikane.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
feel bad.
I don't, is that not his name?
It's
No.
Elakian.
It's a Lakean.
Elikane. Oh,
But I call him
you corrected
Elikane.
us.
I just call him Elikane.
I
because
kinda
that's the
like
first
Every
thing
it.
I
time
said.
we've heard his name said, it's Alicate.
It kind of does make
Yeah,
sense,
but
honestly.
his name is Elikane. Elikane. I'll try to change that. I'm sorry.
I
Yeah,
appreciate
Elakian, you
that
just
Esper
slapped
hasn't
someone
like
on the
corrected us.
I just went with it. I don't like.
I like it.
All in the
At
sake of
this
good
point,
roleplay.
I just don't give a shit. I just don't give a shit.
That's
like
funny.
legit,
I'll
my
trust
character
Lakean.
does not give
Probably
a
not even his
fuck.
real name.
I will try to say that. I'll try to say Elikane is Isabel, though.
All right. I'm assuming Mazor has left us by now.
No, he's still with you. He's just making sure that you'll get there in one piece.
Okay.
Question. We've had quite a few interactions with the voice in Wade's head. How's the one in my head doing?
It hasn't spoken since this morning.
Okay, good. That's good for everyone.
I was
Alright.
nervous when you saw that body. Honestly.
I was, I was too.
Oh.
Isabel has
All right.
standards.
Well, I say we just go ahead and call it a night then. Anybody else?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
all go into your individual rooms. There are... So the rooms are on opposite sides of the hallway.
Okay.
The one on the right is, I'll say, the one that ladies go into. There is a bed. It is a really tough mattress with like a tiny little like thin sheet on top of it. There is no duvet. There is a stain right in the middle of it.
Oh!
And there's a chair in there and like an end table with a candle on it. Very, very similar thing with the guy's room. In fact, as you go in, Beggett says, "I'll sleep in jail, I think.
Oh,
I'll let you do that." And he turns around and says, "Mazor, can I, let's go." Mazor goes, "Your loss."
Are we
Yeah,
all
they
just
get
gonna
things done.
pile in?
Why not?
sure.
Do all 3 of us just climb into this one bed together?
I'm picturing it as like a twin-size bed that's just like.
It is
Yeah,
a
it's
twin.
tiny.
It is a
Like
twin, yep.
thinking too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh God.
And this is when you learn that despite the fact that Isabel is a tiny little thing, she weighs upwards of 270
Yeah,
pounds.
Isabel sits on
Jesus.
the bed. Like, Thyra, you thought you were, like, you're a big girl. Like, you thought the bed would sag when you got on it. It does, an extent. And Isabel goes on it. Phew. It's like halfway down to the floor.
How much does Isabel weigh?
Around 270. She's hefty.
So,
Whoa.
So you're just a little bit more hefty than I.
Yeah, I'm like this tiny little sack of bones and
Yeah,
skin,
so,
but
like,
I'm way shit ton.
So on each of the edges of the bed, like, you guys are sagging to the floor, and then Free's just up, like, on top of, like, an archway where the mattress is curving upwards.
I think I'm going to go on the. I think I'm going to sleep on the floor then, and I get up on off and I sit on the floor.
The
Yeah.
bed, like, straightens out. Free, you have to, like, grab yourself before you fall off.
Oh, come on, Grandma.
Oh man.
All right. I'll look at Wade once we get in the room. Like, you take the bed. I don't really need one.
You sure?
I'm good. I'll be okay.
All right.
Oh yeah, elves meditate.
Yep.
I
That's
believe
actually gonna
half,
come up here in a little bit.
I think half elves can meditate too, right? Because they have.
No, they
I
can't.
don't believe
No.
so,
No?
They sleep.
Okay.
They
No.
sleep.
Gotcha.
They
Okay,
sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was gonna
it's-
flavor
it's
it that I sleep
trance.
anyways, so that works.
Yeah,
for me.
it's
That's the
yeah.
human,
Elves have trance. The Fey ancestry is the resistance to being charmed.
So I'll roll my bedroll out on top of the bed for extra comfort
Sure.
and less stains.
Yeah, absolutely. There isn't one soul stain on this one. In fact, it is 3 stains. 2 of them are at the top. And 1's at the bottom.
Gross, I'm
They
glad
are
I
smaller
rolled
than
my
the other
bedroll
one,
out.
but it is, it's still manky. But yeah, as we fade in for the night, we're gonna go ahead and take our break.
Yay!
Alright.
So
I have a
Cheers,
request when
getting
we get back, though, Equa. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
We'll talk about that when we get back. So everyone go get some water, get some snacks, hang out with your loved ones, and we'll be back here in 10-20 minutes to continue our adventure. So
Sounds good.
we'll be back here
All right.
soon.
Bye-bye,
Alright,
chat.
toodles.
Bye.
We'll be back.
He's a beautiful man,
Alright.
but I want to see everyone else's face.
I'm the beautifulest.
Let's not get crazy here.
Sorry, I had to grab something.
Okay, so we're back.
Oh no.
We were just discussing the anatomy of my NPCs. So, you all just jump right into it to breeze past that topic. You all spend the night in this shitty, like, dirty, mangy, disgusting hotel. Most of you don't sleep very well. Alakian, I mean, you sleep less, but not any better. Was there something you wanted to do in the night?
Yes, there is.
Ira's cuddling with Free.
Once my 4-hour meditation thing is up, I would like to see if I can sneak my way to where that blacksmith shop was.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess roll stealth first.
Okay. 22.
You feel pretty confident that no one is going to notice you there. So as you leave the door out of yours and Wade's room, you sort of close it behind you, and slowly walk along the edge of the hallway down the stairs. I'll say, because within 4 hours, it'll probably be like 4 in the morning by the time you get there. So the man, Anderson, is not behind the counter, he's asleep. And yeah, you sneak your way out of the dandelion stump.
Okay.
Yeah, you could probably make your way over to the Zamissing. I'll say without relative, no one stopping you.
Okay. Does it look like it's locked up pretty tight, or like the windows locked, barred?
So it is essentially, it's an open blacksmith forge. And the way that it works is that it is an open building, but there are like sliding shutters that come to, with handles on them and like a basic lock underneath.
Okay.
So it's just tying it together.
You said like, so it's just like shutters. Does it like, how big is the building behind said shutters?
You would estimate it to be maybe like 25, 30 feet wide, and probably something similar on the back.
Okay. Can I try and pick the lock
Yeah.
with the lock pick that I have?
Yeah.
Stone lock pick. Okay.
Roll your thieves' tools.
Okay.
I'm gonna add certain things to it because it's stone. Not a lot.
Yeah. So 10 was the base roll.
Right.
And then, so I add what to it again? Dexterity plus
It's-
proficiency?
Dex plus proficiency. Yes.
Okay, so that's 16.
16. I was gonna say 15 would be the DC because it's not a very exaggerant lock.
Mm-hmm.
But with your +2 for your stone, that puts you at a 17 AC. Or 17 DC. So I'll say you feel pretty good when you're going in. And, you know, you lift up... Most common locks like this have, like, 4 little, like, pick things that you can, like, lift up, and if you lift them up, then they unlock. You get the first one done, no problem. Second one done, no problem. Third one's a little bit finicky. You sort of twizzle it a little bit, and it comes up with some resistance, and as you go to pull out the, like, little makeshift stone that you have, it kind of, like, snaps off at the edge. You can... There's a little bit that's jagging outwards of the lock that you could probably pull out if you wanted to, but the lock is almost open, but not quite.
Okay. Can I stick the other end of that lockpick on there and use mending?
Sure. Yeah. As you do that, the magic goes in, and the stone mends itself to the point where it was before.
Okay.
So if you want to keep going, I'll have you roll another check.
Yeah, if I can, that'd be great.
Which will be like easier, but also harder because of the pick. So yeah.
Well, shit, I completely missed my box. Son of a bitch. That is a 12, so that is 16? Oh.
Yeah, no problem. That's fine.
It's 18 this time. Never mind, because of math.
Yeah. So as
Okay.
you
Yeah.
so you made the mistake last time, and it's not going to fool you again. As you as you angle it upwards and pull out, and then go for the other little dingle that's in there, you manage to feel confident that it unlocks, and the padlock falls open.
Okay. I'm gonna open the shutters, and what do I see inside?
Yeah, you as you look inside, you didn't open them wide. You see a large, like, open stone floor with bits of hay on it, here and there. On the left-hand side, there is, like, a desk that's jutting out right by where the shutters are, and as you go further backwards, there is a room. It's like a square, like, it protrudes out into this room, and then the rest is just, like, a complete normal rectangle. In the middle, there's, like, a large forge. There's an anvil off to the side and various working equipment things over in the back corner. A lot of ingots. You don't know the metal just yet, but there are lots of ingots stacked in the back corner as well.
Okay. Are there any weapons in there, like weapons or arrows or anything like that?
Yeah, as you look on the back wall, you see there are, there's a short sword on there that has a certain inlay on it. It's nice, you know, it's not bad. Okay. There is also a large war pick over there, that has a very similar inlay on it. As well as on the table next to them, there is a bag of crossbow bolts and a bag of arrows that doesn't look to be complete. If you look around it, you'll see shafts and bits of feathers and arrow tips that he is starting to fasten together.
Okay. How well made does the short sword look? Like, I know you said it has like intricate inlays in it, but beyond that,
yeah, it looks pretty well made. I mean, it's a short sword.
Okay. Well, I'm definitely gonna grab the arrows.
So I'll give you eight fully made arrows, and if you want to take the rest, then you can take the rest, but it will require forging to finish them off.
Nah, I'm not gonna worry about it. And I guess I'm gonna grab the short sword too, just for the heck of it.
Okay, sure. Yeah. So you pick them up, put them in your sack.
And yeah, I'm just gonna close it back up. Oh, actually, I took it back. Hang on. Was there any, like? Does it look like what I'm like? Are there any other rooms that I can see access to, or is it just like an open area?
So there's that smaller, like, square room over to the left that has a door on it. That you wager probably goes somewhere. There aren't any windows in the back of it, but it is like a 10 feet by 10 feet
Okay.
room, and also I'm assuming you cased the joint beforehand, so you will see that
Yeah.
the building is like larger, like long ways than it is shown in this room. This room is
Shown.
only like 15 feet long.
Okay. So the guy that we saw earlier, did he look like he was going the opposite direction, or did he look like he was coming?
He looked like
to
he was
here?
coming back to here. He was roughly going in this direction. It's hard to tell because you haven't been to this town before, but he was coming
Mhm.
from what you can deduce in this area.
Okay. Can I listen on the other side of the door, see if it sounds like snoring or anything else like that on the other side?
Sure, go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay. That is crap. 16 plus 4, so 20 total.
Yeah, you don't hear any snoring per se.
Mm-hmm.
What you do hear are like huffs and puffs, like, and you hear like if you sit there and wait a second, you can hear like 39, 40, 41.
A lot better than what I was picturing.
Because he is
Same here.
he is an elf and he is a blacksmith, so he has to keep up them hench gains, and he only sleeps 4 hours a night.
All right. Upon hearing that, I guess I will sneakily make my way back out the entrance
Mm-hmm. So you get out of
and
the
head
entrance.
back to the like quietly close the shutters and head back to the inn.
Do you lock it?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, you head back to the inn. No one notices you come in because you rolled super duper high on stealth. Not even Wade. You see, as you walk back into the room, Wade is like sprawled out as wide as he can.
Can I roll to see if I hear him come in?
Sure. Go ahead and
I
roll
mean-
perception.
I feel like it'd be passive perception anyway.
Probably.
And-
'Cause you're asleep.
So I would fail, I suppose.
What did you get?
But,
on the
I mean,
perception,
still.
just for the hell of it.
7.
Yeah. It's weird. You're dreaming, and Elakian walks into your dream. Like stands
Oh,
there and
right.
insults you a little bit, and then just walks out.
Yeah, in a snore state, I go, hold on. Not Elakian, not Kev.
Yeah, you hear this, Elakian. As you
Alright,
go and
cool.
wait out the rest of your time. So, as sunlight returns to the town of Big Daki,
Mhm.
were you all awake? We are all up and ready. Isabel, you've been on the floor.
So, Equal, was that just
voice.
Was that just a basic short sword?
Yep.
That I picked up.
It's fancy and it looks fancy.
Okay.
It's got a nice inlay. You could probably pawn it for a decent amount of money, but
Okay.
it's just a normal short sword.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, Isabel, as you wake up, the familiar voice greets you. Hungry.
Yes, I know you're fucking hungry. You're always fucking hungry.
Rest of you awake. Free. It's been a night. You know. You've been spooning with Thyra, and Thyra, being as big as she is big spoon. And you wake up a couple times in the night as like a knee hits you in the back or whatever. Like there's one point where you nearly fall off the bed and have to catch yourself and push back on.
I will shake them awake. I sort of hit him with something, but I'm just gonna shake him awake.
Yeah. Okay. So Free, you'll be on the outside because you nearly fell off the bed, which I'm improvising. So yeah, you get awoken to Isabel looking at you, shaking you awake.
Morning.
Hello.
Hmm.
You have a good
Yo.
sleep there.
She's surprisingly comfortable considering how much muscle she has.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit jealous, but I'm. But
You were invited.
it's this tiny fucking bed there. Alright, I'm hungry. Get something to eat.
All right.
Yeah, Wade, you wake up. Alakian is just sort of sitting there in the corner, minding his own business.
Free, would you
Morning.
like to do a little jam session while we wait for everybody? Pull out my bagpipes.
Morning,
Sure,
Wade.
why not?
I heard you mention the name Kev in your sleep. Who's that?
Oh, that's my friend from back home.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why were you talking to him? You said Knight, Alakian, and Kev. Is Kev
mean,
here?
I must have had a dream.
Insight check.
Yeah, go roll your insight.
Should I roll a deception?
Are you trying to lie to him?
I mean, it's a half truth because you did say it was a dream that I saw him in.
Okay.
So
So yeah, I guess you can roll deception or persuasion, your choice, because it's
yeah, sure.
iffy.
I rolled a dirty 20 for my performance check with my bagpipes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh
As
god.
this conversation's happening, Wade, you hear like it's weird.
20.
Like it's a
22.
weird, like kind of weird, like
16.
a screechy sound, but eventually it sort of evens out and becomes relatively comfortable. Kind of nice.
I would have
And-
left the room the moment I saw the bagpipes coming up to me. Like, nope, not being in the same
I'm out.
small enclosed room as a set of fucking bagpipes.
And whatever Free is playing.
Free
I
pulls
think-
out her flute,
I
and
think
she
the
rolled a
flute
natural
is-
20 for a 26 on her
Oh!
performance.
Ooh.
Yeah, the flute sounds good. It's just hard to get past the like awful.
So, for the record, Equa, he rolled a 22, I rolled a 16. I'm gonna blame all of that on the bagpipes. The bagpipes threw off my game. That's 100% what happened.
I mean, you
Without
believe him
knowing.
enough, but like you don't think about it anymore. Like you believe
Yeah.
him for now.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Well, sounds like they're having a party in the other room. So, what do you say we get on downstairs? See if we can round up some grub.
Sounds good. I wouldn't mind getting in on this jam session.
You go right ahead. I'm gonna head
What-
on down.
What insert does he have?
He doesn't have an instrument, but he is
Yeah.
proficient in banjo. So
So, Thyra
Gotta go play
and
air banjo.
Free, you sit there and you're playing your instruments, and all of a sudden, boom, the door springs open. Wade comes in, like smile on his face.
I
Is
hear
it
some.
like air guitaring.
Air
Yeah,
Mandarin?
I slide in like. Well, I mean, it's a banjo guitar, so yeah, it's more like a plucking.
Air banjo.
Oh my lord.
Oh, I love Wade more and more every day.
I didn't know you guys played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Morning, Wade.
Morning. Wow.
Morning.
I wish I brought my banjo with me.
The more the merrier.
Yeah, I left that back home
It's always good to wake up with a song.
though. Mm.
Do I
Nothing wrong with
see,
setting the music.
A Lakein at this point?
Yeah, you all sat downstairs, sort of like waiting for the rest of the group, and Lakin sort of trudges down, like kind of finger in his ear.
Yeah. So, we're being kicked out of the fucking inn, aren't we?
Honestly, probably. Innkeeper
Yeah,
didn't seem
they-
to like us too much last night.
Well, we stayed in this place for free, so I can
Yeah, I
imagine why.
can't blame him. Yeah, I can't blame him.
No. I will at this point pull out a bead of nutrients, or whatever it's called, and eat it.
Yep, you pop out your bead. It doesn't like fill you up so much, but you feel relatively energized.
Yeah.
You hear the voice sort of go.
I'll feed you later. I'll say under my breath.
Do I see the innkeeper anywhere?
Not at the moment. I would say make a perception check.
Okay. That is a 15.
15. Yeah, you hear from one of the other door on the side that you didn't go into. there is a clanging of pot on something, and then like a wooden instrument goes onto another piece of wood, and it's sort of like a sound, and he comes out with a plate full of very unappetizing looking, like a viscous, pasty white yellow thing on his plate. It's kind of like slop. He's just eating it.
Gruel.
Oh, you're up then, are ya?
We had the same idea.
Where's the rest of you?
I point
They're
towards
having a-
the sound.
They're having a jam session.
Oh, good. Well, you
Upstairs.
can go up and tell him to get the fuck out. My generosity's run out for you, so.
That's fair. Hey.
Okay. At that, I'm just still a Lakean dickish attitude. I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna give him a hug, like, "Oh, thanks for your generosity, buddy." And then I want to go upstairs.
Yeah, as you do that,
I'm gonna stay downstairs.
as you go up to go and give him a hug and squeeze him, you like run up. You walk up to him and get in his space, and the whole plate goes right on your chest. It's covered in like this awful slop. As you like go and squeeze and massage you can, and you pull back, there's just like a dripping down your chest.
Okay.
Like, you're a fucking dick, aren't you? You know what? You deserve that. Get out my fucking in.
Like he just literally the same look on his face that I have right now.
That's what you do. Yep, Isabel, you go up.
And then I go
you can-
upstairs and I'm like, and I go
Isabel's just gonna
upstairs.
sit there, just kind of stare and been like, "I'm waiting for them. Fuck, you can't kick me out. I'm stronger than you."
Is anyone going upstairs?
I am.
Okay, yeah. Like, and as you walk up the stairs, you hear the familiar of like the bagpipes coming through.
You don't like bagpipes, do you, Equa?
No, I don't. No, I don't like them.
I don't think many people do.
I like them.
I like them.
I'm doing my best.
I'm gonna go open the door, one hand over my ear, and then
I'm
as soon as the
definitely-
door opens, put the other one over my ear as well.
Doing
The
my best to
Canadians
make the
like
sounds
the-
of a banjo.
Yeah. Wait, it's just like.
And then I'm just gonna like over the sound, I'm gonna yell, "Innkeeper wants us out. I think we should go find, Mizor."
I like you. Make a performance check.
Performance.
Mhm.
Okay. 8.
They don't notice you at all. They are too engrossed in the music that's happening. They don't even hear you open the door or see you there. They're just sort of like in a ring, just jamming out.
I want to go stand in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, everyone watches as Allegian just sort of walks up to you and like stares at you.
And then I'm gonna start dancing.
I'm just gonna.
Like not like actually dancing, but like the most
fake.
dickish way possible
Mm.
of dancing.
Isabel's
kind
gonna
of
have a death stare
fading.
contest with the innkeeper. Just be like,
Okay, yeah.
daring him to fucking
Like
do,
kind
try
of
something.
feigning like not the feigning the opposite of amusement. Basically, I think is what I'm trying to get at.
Sure, I say that's easy enough to do. Yeah, you all see
Okay.
Allegian come in and quite stern, like with a stern look on his face, just starts like jamming out. It's not really.
Does a jig.
Yeah. It's very.
All right,
Welcome.
now that I have your attention, Innkeeper wants us out.
Well,
I'll be down in a minute.
All right,
We'll start.
Alright, I did my
packing
job.
away Start
you guys can take your
folding
time.
up and packing away my bagpipes.
You guys take all the time you need. You didn't tell me to bring it down. Just told me to tell you. So, take your sweet time. You guys a dick
Alright.
anyway. So, all right, and then I head back downstairs.
Sure. Yeah, you go and join Isabel. Isabel, as this has been happening, Anderson, the innkeeper, has as soon as Allegian walked off, he just looked at the food, looked at his plate. It's like, fucking get it later, and he walks back into the kitchen to go and get more slop. Comes out, sits on the counter, and just starts eating it. And you were just staring at him.
Yeah, just death glare. This evil fucking death glare.
You get the sense, considering his character, he's probably seen a couple of these before. You might not be the first person to give him this, and he's not really too phased.
Oh yeah, no, I know this type of person. I'm just
Can I-
fun for her.
So whenever I come back downstairs, is he still eating?
Yep.
I wanted to do it.
I'm gonna see if I can sneak over to him.
Make stealth check.
No, I wanted to do it.
That is a 23.
You feel pretty confident that you are unnoticed right now.
He said he's sitting at the desk, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna go up. I'm just gonna flip and trail him.
I wanted to do that. That was my plan when we left. Just to walk around, just go, bye.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. So you like crawl underneath like the front of the desk to the point where he can't.
I'm still gonna stay hidden. I'm just gonna flip it. I'm just gonna stay on the other side of the desk.
Mm-hmm. And
Wait, are you flipping his food?
Yes. I'm putting it back on him.
yeah, so you watch as he like is eating his food, and he like looks up for a minute because Isabella is still like staring at him intently, and he just goes, "What?" All of his face covered in like this mangy, like what might be potatoes and eggs, maybe. It's all just like over him, and as he looks down, you're gone. He doesn't know what the fuck happened, but someone just pushed food all up into his face.
Isabella's gonna make eye contact with him and then shrug.
He
But keep staring at him.
He slams his spoon down on the table, like, "Get the fuck out!" And he goes upstairs and like tries to grab everyone, force them out of his hotel.
Abode.
Yeah.
Oh,
so much fun.
You are all
Lathian.
forced out of this hotel
I like how all
just
the
in the
nice
middle of the
people
street.
were upstairs while the troublemakers were downstairs.
Yeah.
Two fucking huge dicks just.
Yeah, as you are getting pushed out of your rooms and down the hallway, you do see like a door open, like a head pop out, just to see what's going on. But yeah, you all find yourself pushed out of the hotel.
While he's, I'm sure, aggressively pushing us out.
Well, he's trying his hardest.
Yeah.
As you all get forced out, I will say he says, "You can tell Mazur that my debt to him is finished," and he just slams the door shut.
No
As he
breakfast?
does.
Do
That's
I
better. Never mind.
do
that's
I
better.
still have that piece of paper on my person?
No,
I
you
didn't
taken
actually give it to him last night, did I?
That's true.
If you didn't give it to him, then I will say yes, you still have it.
Okay. Can I open it up and see if I can decipher what it says?
Yeah, you don't need to roll check for it. It's in common.
Okay.
It says, Anisin, I'm giving you this group of adventurers to look after for the night. Their names are... your debt to me is reduced by 1. With regards.
Oh no.
That's it. That's what it says. It's not like a... You know...
Yeah,
It's
it's
not
not like a
special.
coded message.
It's
but yeah.
just a letter to say, hey, do this for me, and you're off the hook for one thing.
one thing. Okay.
Cyrus gonna walk back in
Oh no.
and walk up to the innkeeper.
I was hoping this was gonna happen.
You go to enter the thing again, and it is locked.
I see
Alright.
her. I see her struggle.
Then I wouldn't struggle with the door. Then I'm just gonna make the flowers and just leave them at the door.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yep, they're you leave them at the foot of the door in a nice little bouquet. And yep, the town is, apart from
And
that
then I'm
building,
gonna
yours.
walk up to both of them, and I'm gonna smack them each across the head.
I didn't do shit.
What the fuck?
Make an attack roll on
What
both
was
of
that
them.
for?
I wasn't going. I
I,
didn't touch his food. Fuck that guy. No.
I was just about to ask what you did to get us kicked out.
That is going to be a 20 and a 16.
That hits. The both hit me.
Yeah, so
Well,
Isabel and
AC.
Lakin,
Ah, come on.
you're both just like standing there, like kind of like scowling because you don't feel like you have enjoyed your time here at the Dandelion Stump. And Thara just goes up to you and goes, there's a ringing in the back of both of your heads.
Should have been like,
I just got metagamed as fuck.
I'll
If you
say
get me kicked out
you
of a
both
place
take a
again,
point of damage. Just take 1 point of damage for both of you.
if you both get me kicked out of a place again, you're gonna get the axe.
I did nothing. It was fucking that.
I didn't do anything. He's the one that
I-
spilled slap
I
on me.
don't
Look,
know who it was,
look
so
at
you
my
both got it.
tunic.
Yeah,
Look at my
Thara, as you
tunic.
look at
I was
Lakin, it
trying to
is
thank him for his
spotty.
hospitality, and he just dumped his tray on me. The fuck?
Thyra just walks away in a huff.
I'm gonna follow
I'm
her.
gonna smack fucking Elacane upside the head.
Make an attack roll.
I'm gonna smack Isabel in response.
Oh no.
If she hits.
That's a 24.
What was
Yeah.
that?
It's a 24.
Fuck.
It's a great way to start out the day, guys.
Yeah, Lakin, take a point of damage.
Oh yeah, it's both super strong.
I'm gonna slap Isabel back. Cause fuck it.
Roll an attack roll.
Natural 20.
Ah,
shit.
damn it!
2
Okay.
damage.
Instead of 1 damage, you deal 2 damage. It's weird. When Isabel hit you, it's kind of like a muscly thing. There's a lot of strength in it. Lakin, you don't do that. You go and like go for a feint on one side and then hit her on the side of the head the other one. Yeah, there you go. Waiting for you just
Like,
watches
no,
like these
I'll
two
just
just
like-
like.
Before I did that, when I left the bouquet, I knocked on the door,
Okay, there wasn't any response because he is still pissed off at you.
which is fine.
But Yeah.
I left the flowers, I knocked, and I walked away.
did you all ever see Night at the Museum where he's having the slap fight with the capuchin monkey?
Yeah,
That's exactly what I was
That's kind of what it looks
yeah.
like.
It's not. Yeah.
Hey, let's not kill each other now. We made it through that pit, not killing each other. Let's not start today.
I just want to point out that before session 1 started, I said I was going to be the first one that got hit. Technically, I was the first one that got hit.
That's true.
True.
I will look at Elacane and go, you know what, Elacane, I don't fucking like you. I'm gonna walk away.
That's fine. I don't need people to like me. No, that's out
I'm
loud.
gonna start walking towards to Mizor's office.
Okay, are you all gonna
Yeah,
follow
I'll-
Thyra?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
following her.
I'm gonna-
before.
As we're walking, I'm gonna look over to Free and just say, like, I saw what she did to his clothes yesterday. Could you help me out too?
Of course. And aciditation.
Yeah, instead of it just vanishing, you watch as the like yellowish, like viscous thing that is now resting on your chest just like slowly turns to dust and floats away.
Okay.
As it is
You know-
technically transmutation.
Y'all should start thinking about investing in some alligator ponchos. They're like ideal for keeping blood and stuff off of you. It cleans right off.
If you want to make me one, go for it.
All right,
Oh,
you got a
you
deal?
You'll see me bury my face in a fucking corpse, right?
Yeah, and it
It'll
would have.
stop the face.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't have run down onto your shirt and stuff. That's the benefit.
You know what? You should advertise our friends who sell them back in our hometown. I'm sure they would appreciate that.
Yeah, actually, my mama Bonnie, she sells them at her place. So you guys, you know, if you're ever in town, Joe.
Gas
No,
them up, dude. Say the
Is it around here? Is it like just the next town over?
No,
Then
that's
shut up,
real
Wade.
far. Oh, all right.
I'm just gonna leave. I feel bad. Saying that to Wade.
I mean, I
It's
was counting
actually
down until
perfect.
someone was gonna say it because I figured someone would say it eventually.
He's so adorable. I love him.
But yeah, are you guys all in a variety of spirits? trudge over to the Target office here in Vigdaki. As you walk in, there is a familiar ding 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 ding
We have
of
to
the
go back
bell,
to this place.
and the door on the left is closed, or on ahead is closed, and you watch as the bold elven man comes out from the like desk room that you were in before, and he says, "Oh, good, you're all here. Yeah, Mazor said you check out. Fucking big deal, that pit down there. I don't know how you did that, but that was impressive. Anyway,
It was
he's waiting
just-
for you at
just-
the body.
Big old corpse.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
fuck the body. Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
he said something about investigating some, you know.
Hmm.
Isabel's
Yeah.
left already, headed towards the body.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye. Okay,
Um,
bye.
Sorry, what was your name?
Irish
Yes, I
goodbye.
was about to ask the same thing.
My name's Alman.
He was the elf.
Yeah, the Alvan male who is bald.
What was
The
his
other
name?
one is Rith. So the male is called Alman, Almon, and the female is called Rith, Rith. And Rith is human. He's elven.
What did you find? Back in the pit?
Well, I mean, it was quite dark, and you know, I have dark vision, but it's a ways down, so it was kind of difficult for me to see. From what I could see, I couldn't go down there; it's too deep. But I mean, there's lots of people that are dead down there, so more than I've ever seen in an area. Apart from that, looks like, you know, something caved in. As far as I can tell, I don't know how you did it. I don't need to know, but
It was an earthquake. None
it's
of us did it.
impressive. Sure, it was.
Yeah,
earthquake.
Mother Nature.
I'll
Were you
I'll,
the-
I'll like I'll
Were you
kind
able
of
to
wave at him.
excavate any of the bodies?
Did he watch any of the bodies?
Did they exhume any of the bodies out of the pit?
No, they're all too far down. I think if we were going to go down there, we'd have to, you know, rope it. We didn't have that with us, so.
On
Plus,
the on
it's
the
dark
comment
and
that he,
scary.
Well,
on the comment that he made about the earthquake, I'm in the back of the group. I just kind of wave and just give him a wink.
He yeah, he is enthralled with Thyra, but you watch him sort of like glance over as you wave, and he goes,
I actually look kind of nervous when he says, "I don't know how y'all did that."
"Sure." I would say he doesn't take notice of you because he's taking notice of Alakian, but anyone who is looking at Wade will see a slight look of concern.
What did Wade
are you guys
do?
gonna go investigate it some more in the daylight?
Well, I'm sort of waiting on Mazur for that. But what I think is probably going to happen is he'll inform someone else, and they'll do most of the dirty work. We don't really have the supplies to fund such a deep expedition. But I mean, if we report it to the Gazarian government, then maybe we'll get a little bit of reward for it, and we can do something with it.
Well, hopefully the altar you uncovered will bring more people to your town.
I don't know if it's close enough for that, but maybe. Not that there's anything here anyway. Yeah.
The recovery of old relics and stuff from within, though, could provide you with a lot.
Yeah, but I feel like if they were gonna, you know, stay over here, then they wouldn't stay long. So, probably be tents and stuff like that over there. Just my guess, I don't know.
I assume I have arrived at the body at this point.
Yeah, I think you and Thyra left, right? Or is Thyra still
Who?
No,
I
Thyra's still
was
there.
the one. I was the one talking to the guy.
Yeah.
there? Okay.
Isabel's literally the only one that went over there.
So yeah, you arrive at the scene. There is a small crowd gathered around the outside, but no one is being let in. And as you like walk up to see Mazur, he is standing there in his familiar target uniform. Gives you a nod, and sort of like lifts the chain back to let you come in.
All right. I'll walk up to the viscera and mess, and go. So, Ella Kane the other night, he's talking about things missing from the body. Is there any organs, or is it just gay?
Well, from what I've
Yeah.
seen, there's a bunch missing. Seems to have been torn off by something.
Like, was it like a heart? Was it lungs? Was it intestines? Was it just like muscle? Like, I've seen a fair share of attacks, and just what goes missing is important to find out. What happened.
Well, nothing in particular. I think he's just, dug in.
Hungry?
Yep.
I understand that. Hey,
Hey, where's the rest of your friends?
I believe they're talking to the bald one back there.
That's not good for him. Okay.
So true.
This is factual.
Hey, at least that conversation went better than the one when we were all upstairs and you two were down there.
Hey, we didn't talk to him at all. I didn't say a thing. It was not my fault. I wanted to fuck with him. I didn't fuck with him.
To be fair, most of you just have also. I've only been a dick to Wade. To be fair.
I mean,
That's fair.
mostly, yeah. And then you slapped Isabel, so.
Yeah. You pissed off a
Well, yeah,
warlock.
because she slapped me first.
I slapped you first, but
It doesn't matter who slapped who. People were slapped.
Slapping happened.
But yeah,
all I
it's up
knew
to you
was
guys what
someone
you do
got
with
us
your
kicked
conversation.
out, and it wasn't one of the three of us that were upstairs.
That's fair.
I mean, for all you knew, it was just he wanted us out.
Not the way that he was pushing a half orc out. I'm gonna
Big
thank Alman for his time, and I will start heading towards my.
Yeah, I'll say you all wind up in the same place that Isabel is.
Before we do, on the way there, Free was just gonna stop Wade for a moment.
Okay.
And just kind of look him over and be like, something wrong. You seem a little off this morning.
Oh, what do you mean?
You seem nervous.
I mean, yeah, maybe a little bit. There's a lot to be nervous about. I watched one of the people we were walking with eats raw hyena. That was a little freaky. Yeah, this just but it's all right. I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, no, it was a little shocking of a sight, but don't let them see you sweat.
Make him sweat.
We're getting giggly.
I feel like everything is
Alright.
just about sex now. This whole campaign.
It's your
That's
fault
my
for
fault.
naming the town
Well-
Big Dick, friend.
Okay, so for the record, I don't think I told you any. I don't think I told any of you this, but I am one of those people that if they hear the lyrics to a song,
They'll sing it.
I'm gonna sing it.
Fair
If
enough.
I have heard the song once, I've heard it 1,000 times, and I can sing that one part.
I guess you should have played the bard. I mean,
Yeah.
that would have been a completely different thing.
I know.
I don't know. I like Kim's puns.
Yeah, do you push me any further on that, or
No, she's
okay?
not gonna pry.
Sure. So you all managed to make your way over to.
And
Mazor.
Isabel's elbow deep, looking through it.
Yeah, as you walk
Sneaking
around,
little bites. No.
No bites.
No? Okay.
No bites.
As you walk around to the edge of the alleyway, you see the chain link rope that's preventing anyone from getting in. As you turn the corner, you see Isabel trying to grab something inside, elbow deep. Mazor's looking relatively stone-faced, but a little bit concerned.
Yeah.
He nods, lets you all in.
Any luck there fishing, Isabel?
Not yet. Nothing. No teeth. No claws in here. Just. I think that's a brain. Yeah, that's a brain. All right. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, make a medicine check, Isabel.
Oh, fun. I +2 to that. Oh, god damn it, it's a 7.
It's a body. Like,
It's
You've
a
seen-
fucking body.
you've seen a lot of these just like in some form of disarray.
Yeah.
You've never really paid attention to the insides. I mean,
No. I was busy doing other shit.
there you go.
Yeah.
Can I take a look at what's left of the body to
Sure,
see
yeah.
if I can tell like what attacked it? Like,
Make
how
your
it
medicine check.
died.
All the medicine checks.
So I want to train in medicine, I think.
16?
16.
16.
Okay, yeah. As you are looking in and around, you sort of have to push Isabel out the way a bit because she is, elbow deep in gore.
I have my
Um,
arms out of there at that point.
The
I'll move it out of the way.
The blood is still mostly there. It's still mostly liquid. It is not warm. It's like sort of lukewarm at this point because of the sun coming up not long ago. But the body is cold. And as you pick through the remains, you can see that there was no particular place that whatever this creature attacked was trying to get at. This
Can I
more
tell if
so...
it was like clawed or chewed mostly?
Yeah. So as you look in, you see that it's just it looks messy. Whatever attacked her was, or them, you don't know, was just quick and brutal about it. You do notice, like if you pick up the intestines, you do notice that it's lacerated by what you imagine to be some sort of claw, and a lot of the bigger organs, like part of the lungs and the heart, do have holes in them from what appear to be bite marks. It's like a long, and then like a, it's almost like cuboidal, or rectangular, but it's like there's like a slight curve to it, and then there are two larger incisions from the jaw. So yeah, that's what you gain.
Well, it looks like it was clawed and chewed up.
Anything missing in there?
Whatever it ate, I'm assuming.
Nothing in particular, no. It's not like went for a certain organ, just got
Looks
what
like
it could.
most of the meat's gone.
Aye.
Can I
But
still
it's-
see
it's
the
organs.
tracks that I saw last night?
The tracks are mostly faded. The only ones that you can really see are up on the body, and there's that one paw print on the wall. If you look past the wall, you can see them go out into the alley, and over the top of all those tracks have been regular footprints or sand that's just been brushed over from other people. It appears that in the hubbub of someone dying, people have flocked to this location and have ignored the tracks altogether.
I'm gonna walk over. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Do I spot anything like jewelry or like maybe a purse or something that would maybe help him identify who it was later?
Are you getting hands-on or are you just looking?
She can clean herself off, so she'll kind of like, if she sees a finger, like kind of push it around for a ring or like,
Okay,
something like
sure.
that.
So make an investigation check.
It's kind of stuck in the corner. It's either a 4 or a 14, so either way.
I mean, either way. Yeah, you see a ring that has a nice inlay on it. It doesn't look expensive or anything. It's kind of like a shiny iron. It just has a nice inlay on it. That's pretty much it.
I'll use prestidigitation to clean it off and go to. God, I already forgot his name. Mizor, and be like, I'm not sure if it'll help identify them, but this is what I could find.
Yeah, he holds out his hand, and you can see the nails on his fingers are a little bit blunt. Like, normally with half-orcs, from what you have seen, they tend to end in a point. His are a little bit more blunt. You're not sure why, but his hands are pretty, like, dry and a little bit blistered here and there.
Okay.
He holds out his hand. You put the ring in. He picks it up and takes a look at it. He goes, I mean, I'm no expert, but try this in Miss Sang. That's where I'd go next if I've had a ring like this.
Go where?
Zin Miss Sang, it's
Oh, right.
Oh, the blacksmith, hey!
The blacksmith.
Oh, you know him.
Hey,
Yeah,
dude,
we met him
I
last
think he
night.
I think he was flirting with me earlier last night, actually.
Right, well,
Sure.
I guess go talk to him. I don't know.
Alright. So I assume that means we're on the case, yeah?
For now, I mean, you said you needed work, so you've proven yourselves pretty capable. I'll say, I'll give you some at the end of it if you pay out nicely.
Is there any number on that right now, or is it just promise of possible reward in the future?
How about we say 150 gold total?
175.
Make a precision check.
Yay! I'm good at those.
I was gonna say, and if we do a good job, how about some weapon?
That was an 8, ladies and gentlemen. That's
Yeah.
a natural 2.
He looks at you and goes, 155.
I turn back to the rest of the group and says, usually I'm better at this. I think this is as good as we're going to get. Aye.
I'm fine with that.
Alright, 155 gold. And I put it in my hand.
He grabs it, shakes it. It is bigger than yours, but not as big as Thyra's anymore.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, after she gets done taking his hand, I'm like, you got any resources we could use in the meantime?
Well, I mean, nope.
Inside check.
Sure, go for it.
18 plus 2, so 20 total.
Yeah, he's telling the partial truth. They don't really have very much wealth in the Tarket station in Bigdaki.
No.
They are small and underutilized and also underpopulated for what a Tarket is. But I mean, if you've pried hard enough, you feel like you could probably get records or something like that. You could
Okay.
probably at least talk to people. He'd give you permission to do that. But at the moment, he's just,
Okay.
doing a little bit,
I'm also gonna ask, where would we find, like, not necessarily the most righteous of people here, like the shady types?
Criminals. Where do you find your criminals?
You're asking me, the chief of police,
Yes.
where I can give you to some criminals.
Yes.
No.
What is your strat?
I'm
Watch
like
out for
when
you.
he says no. When he says no, I'm going to explain. You have a strict curfew set on this town. Do you honestly think you are keeping everyone in their houses, and that there aren't some shady characters out here at night
Well, then
that
go look for
maybe
'em.
see stuff?
I don't fucking know. I stay indoors where it's safe.
But you could tell us where we might find said shady characters.
I don't honestly think he knows. You could just ask someone.
Look, this curfew that you're so obsessed about, it has only been around for a couple weeks. We haven't had this problem for very long. So, yeah, things are still new. I'm still testing the waters with it. But people know it's not for them to not go to jail. It's for them to live. So,
Makes
that.
sense to me.
All right, fine.
Oh, your friend.
I was
Bergen,
getting ready to ask.
He left. He's gone.
Why does that not
Well,
surprise me?
shoot.
Fuck him. Yeah, I didn't trust him at all. Yeah.
What
Was
does
I
he
hope he
sick
finds
with
his
his
daughter. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, good luck to him and all, but fuck him, honestly.
If I were looking for my daughter, I'd have left immediately.
Do you even know who his daughter is?
I don't care.
Nothing like this,
He
no,
wouldn't
not at
tell
all.
us her
I
name
do.
because
I care. I care. I care. I care.
Good for you, Elagain.
Yeah,
Who is she?
I'll stick to the police records for now.
Who is
Okay.
she? Who is she? I say very excitedly.
Wade. Wade.
Yeah.
We, may need to do that bait trap.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. And, Sonny, I think we're going to need live bait for this. Because, some predators, they prefer they go for the easy catches. But this one seemed to be hunting. So, thinking
Do I
we
get
might
any
need
kind
something
of-
alive.
Do I get any kind of response from Azor?
I don't think I can,
He looks at you weird, but he's not encouraging your behavior.
Damn it.
I cannot, I could track it. I cannot track it. The prints that we saw last night are all scattered about.
Yeah, that's a shame. We're going to
So how
probably
many-
have to get it to come to us.
Yeah, I think we're gonna need to have it come to us.
I have abilities to make noises away from somebody, so that if we want to use bait,
That might help.
not have it exactly on a person, but make it sound like something.
Hmm.
While
I
we
can
hide.
combine that. I think I got a little bit of a thing I can do where I can try to make like a little guy standing out there.
I mean,
and I can give it a voice.
Or a smell, honestly, I think scent would be better to take
I
That's
for
a
this
good point.
creature.
agreed.
Yeah.
It
I mean,
has
we've
to go
got
very
plenty
well
of
on
fresh
scent.
scent right here.
It's not fresh. It's not fresh. It's old. Can you not smell that? It smells fucking horrible.
Under this sun that's coming up, yes, it's only getting worse.
Yeah, it's not fresh. It's
Yeah,
just
you guys look over and see. Zzz, as a fly just lands on the body.
not fresh.
It looks like it hunts at night, so we may
Right.
be waiting around.
Yeah.
We
I don't
can
think
set
I'm
up
gonna be able
an
to-
I say-
area.
I say we go check out this Zenmis Zhang and see if he knows anything about this ring.
I agree.
Yes.
Smart.
We can bring
yeah.
some solace to a family.
Or
Good.
pawn a ring.
Maybe
I will
both.
take the ring back if you will let me, so I can go ask about it.
Yeah, he just like flicks it over to you like a coin.
Thank you.
Monsieur, we'll let you know if we find anything else out.
Well, you know where to find me, so please do.
Yes, they're one of your assistants if you're not there.
Try not to talk to them. They're slow.
They seem like
Excitable?
like a good lad and lass though. I think I like him.
Sure. Slow. Sure.
Alright. To the blacksmith.
Yeah, as you go out to step past the crowd that is currently looking at this body, past Mazor, you can hear like whisperings and mumbles of like, oh, what happened? I don't know. I heard it was here and there. But yeah, you don't really pay attention to it too much. You walk past and go out onto the main road that travels through Big Naki.
Yeah.
Wade.
Just wait. Just before we leave, I will turn to Free. Go. Oi, and point at the blood, just like, bro. Could you make a bit of cleanup
of course,
before?
dear.
I don't want to. Nothing's gonna do to go out.
I love how much we're using this.
We needed a lot, apparently.
We had like a tiny
Apparently.
discussion about it, and now it's all over the game.
It's literally the only thing.
Prestidigitation is the best spell.
It is.
So Thyra just wipes her hands on her clothes.
Yeah, Free, you
Yeah,
watch as
you're
Isabel
not-
like
you're
holds
not
out her
harmed.
arm, and the blood just sort of like fades over into water and just drops down. And you turn to Thyra, and Thyra goes, smearing blood all over the tunic. Yeah, it's
Ponchos.
it's yeah.
And I cuddled with you last night. Now I feel like I need a bath.
You could have cuddled with me last night, though. Hey.
Maybe that'll be later tonight, fun dear.
Don't make promises you can't keep. And I'm gonna saunter off, I guess.
Sure, yeah. Wade, as you are walking through town with your compatriots, the voice comes to you, says, now, I want you to know that I can read your thoughts, and your live bait idea, yeah, I don't think it's a good idea if you were to be the bait, so if you're gonna do this, I might recommend, someone else.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna put myself out there. I was thinking more like a sheep or something, no
Well,
humans.
I'm only wondering because, like, when we were catching them alligators, there was that one time where we were doing it and it ate our bait, and, I had to go down, and you thought that I would be a good bait, and I didn't say that it was a good idea, and he nearly got me. So, I think that if we're
Who
going to do
is
this, we need to be smart about it, and, I'm just saying, if you die, I don't know what happens to me, so...
Yeah, I mean, let's try to not find out, but maybe like we can both go into somebody else's brain.
I mean,
That would be cool.
Don't get me wrong, I have the utmost of faith in you. I think you're great, you're gonna do this, you're super duper powerful, and you're gonna be great. But if you get eaten, that doesn't look good for me. So...
I really want Wade and this guy in my head. Just share it with
Yes.
some creepy voice.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, I promise I will not use myself as bait. That's not the best idea. We learned that the hard way, like you said. And, yeah, we'll look for a sheep or something.
Okay, that's good. I mean, maybe Alkane can go in,
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't smelled him. Do you think he's kind of smelly, or do you? I don't know if he
Maybe.
smells enough. He's pretty quiet. I don't know if that.
Oh, you know what we should do? We should just put old Izzy in there, because she's, like, always in blood anyway, so maybe if it's blood...
That's right. That might detract it. Yeah, that's a good choice.
Yeah. I like that.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks, kid.
Ingrid just
No
hates
worries.
both of our guts.
I am doing it from his perspective, who he would choose.
I love that. No, it's perfect. I was really
I
hoping
just
that
love-
you choose Isabel.
That the person he would not choose is the biggest person of the group.
You probably scare off the animal, to be honest.
Yeah. Isabel's small and looks weak. Do we see like Wade just be like concentrating for a while
Yes.
as he
Yeah.
walks?
Yeah, definitely.
As he's doing it, I gotta snap in front of him, go like, I don't think he can. I don't think he knows we're here anymore.
What? Hey, what are you doing?
Wait,
Just
You
making
need
sure
a-
You're
you're.
all right, sweetheart.
Hey, you sort
That's
of
to Wade.
you went blank there for a bit.
Oh yeah, sometimes I just think really hard about
At
stuff.
8,
Oh,
it's
Okay.
Lily, you're ready
concerning
to take
for
a
someone.
Given what I heard last night, can I, like, non-metagame insight check?
Sure. I'll give you an
Okay.
insight check.
I think really hard. That's pretty concerning from a magic
He's
user.
really-
Dirty 20.
I mean,
Nice.
listen to him. He sounds like he would think really hard. He needs to
I
think
know.
really hard.
So,
It's
he's telling
believable.
you that he's thinking really hard, and you get the feeling that, in a sense, he's telling the truth. He is thinking really hard, but something else is happening there You don't know if he's just like getting lost in thought and that's why he's thinking really hard, or if like he's just being distracted by something. He's mostly telling the truth, but there's just like a little something that's like doesn't quite add up.
Alright, keep that back in my mind.
Um,
Slowly
just,
adding
like-
up more to this.
I don't think Wade can add up that high either.
Oh, I think Wade's smart.
Dang.
Wade, why you're gonna do this to Wade?
What's Wade's intelligence? Can I ask?
It's an 8.
I was
Okay,
not
I
far
take it
off.
back. I take it back.
Wade's smart.
Oh boy.
He's only slightly slower than the average human.
Yeah.
Just a 10.
What's my intelligence? I don't even know.
Slower than the average bear, boo boo.
Oh no, I rolled really good, so my intelligence is actually not bad.
I actually,
Mine are all actually pretty.
I actually chose to take the 8 because we
did.
rolled one bonus stat, and I said, "Oh no, I'm gonna take the 8."
Yeah,
I'm really glad you did. I love Wade.
we're all very glad you did. But as we all are walking towards the Zenith Sang, you come to the entrance of Forlaking, the familiar blacksmith shop. For the rest of
I
you,
don't know
what
what
is
you're
going to
talking
be a new encounter, and that is where we are going to end the stream for tonight.
No.
Oh no!
So there we go.
I
We'll
want to
pick
see
up
the
next
kind
week.
of creepy blacksmith. I got weird vibes from him.
What do you mean, kind of creepy? He's delightful. I don't know what you're
I got
talking
kind of creepy vibes from him. I don't know.
about. Well, we'll pick up next week, and I'm sure you'll find out.
Yeah.
In the meantime, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for coming out.
Yes.
It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun.
Okay, well, I've said hi to my roommate who's watching. I know he's watching because I can see him in the thing. I said hi to him twice. Both times he wasn't watching. If you're not watching, Tyson, I'm going to hit you.
Hi,
Bye,
Tyson.
Tyson.
Bye, Tyson.
Bye,
yeah.
Tyson.
I mean,
That's,
bye, Tyson.
That's where we're going to end the stream. So we'll call it there, and we'll see everyone hopefully next week for the third session of Emoris. So thanks everyone for watching,
Yay!
and
Black Laps.
we'll see you all soon.
Yeah, he's
Toodles.
watching. Yes.
Toodaloo.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Later.